And welcome in, everybody. So I will be starting with Krookodile. If the first hour goes terribly, we're doing the Hobzation with Philippe. But if you missed the big news, next week's update is going to have a deck tracker. So it's a feature that PTCGL had for a very long time, and it took 4.5 years for PTCGL to get it. But yes, you'll be able to track your win-loss. It'll show a percentage. So, I mean, it's a new feature, which is cool, but remember that they're targeting new features instead of making the game work. But we should get patch notes during... there we go. We should get patch notes during today's stream, so when that happens, I'll talk about them. But the big news isn't the deck stats thing, it's the exchange all button. With next week's update, there'll be an exchange all button. So when you import a deck and you don't own like all the cards, you can just hit one button and it crafts all the cards instead of having to do it individually, which you've had to do for 4.5 years. And it's an embarrassing thing that hasn't happened yet. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, we'll be able to do that. So yeah, we'll probably get the patch notes. Oh, of course it'll break. I mean, to be fair, it never worked properly on PTCGO. Okay. Before you go thinking, oh, this was a feature PTCGO had. Yes, it was. But it also never worked properly on PTCGO because it just didn't. But yes, I'm playing Krookodile EX today. It can one-shot a Dragapult. It won't. My testing went horribly. I faced, I think, 3 Starmie decks in a row that got Starmie, Munkidori, turn 2, Risky Ruins every time, and knocked out double Toxel every single time. So, yeah, get ready. We're going to be playing some Zacian pretty soon. We're going to be playing some Zacian pretty darn soon, I can almost guarantee you. All right, so yeah, I'll keep F5ing. I'll keep fingering my mouse to see when the thing updates. But they did announce that the build and battle for the next 2 build and battles will be Phantasmal Flames and base set for Mega Evolution. And those will run until Pitch Black. All right. Well, see, I told you this is how testing went, and it'll be Starmie, and they'll have a Risky Ruins. Ooh, okay. Well, this is even worse because guess what we're weak to? Well, remember, they said in the developer letter, we're going to add new features, but we don't care about fixing the game. So they specifically said, we don't care about fixing the game. We just want to add new features. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a... Oh my God. Yeah, we can't win. Never Don't Way Down. It's soccer in Canada. What do you think? And Oppenheimer, I'm doing terribly because I tested this forever. I tested this for like 2 hours earlier today. It's terrible. No, if you have to ask yourself a question that involves Canada and soccer, the answer is no, Canada will not win. But Perfect Order, yeah, I faced my first ever Perfect Order pre-release. Guess what my opponent had? If you guessed Mega Zygarde Tyrantrum kit, you're correct. First game on stream with Krookodile, naturally we face a grass deck. Because why the hell wouldn't we face a grass deck? That would be stupid. Okay, so I think I just have to kind of hope they beat me off here, and I have to go and get a... Oh, I needed to get the Fezandipiti, so guess what we don't have? I needed to go... Or sorry, I needed to go get the Pecharunt, so guess what we prized? That is why there's another build of the deck that has 2 Pecharunt in it, because you kind of need the Pecharunt. But there is a world where they don't get it, right? They're playing an Ogerpon deck. There's no way they... I just beat a grass deck with Krookodile. I just beat a grass deck with Krookodile. Oh, and Idris, I'm a nerd now. I'm a nerd now, so I know what your name means. Yeah. Isn't the PTCGL dev so good? Hey, we're gonna release a bundle that costs 1,000, and we'll give you 1,000. we'll give you 1,000 trainer points if you spend 1,000 trainer points. Really, really well developed. Yeah, Idris, I know what your name means because I'm a nerd. In my defense, it was anime. Get it? Like, because the month of May, like anime. Get it? Anime. So it was $3 each for 3 months for Crunchyroll, so I bought it. Never Let Me Down, that's tomorrow. So it's probably going to be like NEIC, PTCGL NEIC 2026 or something, or NEIC free 2026, something to do with NAIC. And I believe it's just going to be packs. Well, yeah, because I'm not paying $10 for nerd stuff. I'll pay $9 for 3 months of nerd stuff. Yeah, this is how testing has gone. Is I always start Toxel and then just like no energy, and then I always get Badooed, and I will never find evolutions ever again. It's really fun. Okay, but I can definitely win as long as this isn't Dragapult. Luke, we don't allow links here. You know, until they give us gameplay for Ocarina of Time, we don't allow links here. I can definitely win this game if I just get a freaking energy. That is it. Actually, I think I have to bench the... No, I can't bench the Sneasel. As much as I want to bench the Sneasel, I can't bench the Sneasel. We got an energy. We also got a Poffin. So I have to play with my balls quite heavily here. And I did prize 2 Sandile. That is really cool. I prized 2 Sandile. That is awesome. I have to go get a Tox... Actually, I guess I get a Monkey. Because I have Mortys, so maybe if I put more bench Pokemon into play, they'll put more bench Pokemon into play, and they'll be like, hey, we get to play with each other. All right, so let's go Fez, or I guess Pecharunt, and... Oh, man, this is so tough, because I prized 2 Sandile. You're not expecting to prize 2 Sandile, because PTCGL is not supposed to hate you, but I guess I go and get Pecharunt and Fez, since I can't do the thing, right? Because this is how you get Pecharunt and Fez into play. I do play with my balls from time to time, but Toxel's Call for Family is really good. And if you haven't noticed, this is the promo Toxel that came out recently. And yeah, oh yeah, Jose, yeah, this is just better. This is just a better card. If I could just play a deck of 4 baby Krookodile and do 220 damage more with, you know, Binding Mochi and stuff, this would be a better deck, but the Pokemon Company would not print a card unless it was really good, okay? The Pokemon Company would not be like, hey, we need to print a card on cardboard and put text on it. They would not waste it, okay? Well, this is not good. So they're allowing me to draw 4 cards, which is nice. I have free retreat with Pecharunt and everybody. And there's the Krookodile, which is terrible. So I guess in this situation, I will Morty's away the darkness, get a darkness or a Toxtricity. Ooh, I actually have it. This is crazy. So I have the knockout on the Badoo. The question is, do I want the knockout on the Badoo? That is the question. And I would go for the Tighten Up with the Krokorok, but you'll never guess. Well, I mean, they're gonna do the thing, right? I may as well Tighten Up and just take the KO before they, you know, do all the things and ruin my life. All right, so let's attach to you. Subjugating Chains. At least this way I get rid of 2 of their cards, right? At least I can get rid of 2 of their cards from their hand. I do take a knockout, which I don't really want to do. But this is what happened in all of my testing is I went up against spread decks. You don't play Shaman because there's no freaking space on the bench. And it was just spread decks all day. Ooh, the fact that I got rid of Ignition is goated. But obviously the fact that I prized 2 Sandile is terrible. And obviously that Krokorok's getting knocked out. So I'm not quite sure how I make a comeback here. Because all I can really do is hit it. Oh, they just had it. Okay, sorry. They just had it like that. So now they have the Toxel Krokorok knockout. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. I'm regretting not going. The animation plays on the active when your opponent. PTCGL is a well-made game. The animation when your opponent uses Mortal Shuriken on someone on the bench hits the active. Fantastically well-made game. They should not have done that in that order, because what if they recon directive for Lilies? Obviously they didn't, but what if they recon directive and get Lilies? You'd rather Lilies for 8 and attach the water so you can guarantee an attack and then maybe Mortal Shuriken. But I would actually pretty easily win this game if I didn't prize 2 Sandile. This is a very easily winnable game if I don't prize 2 Sandile. And you noticed how they had it in their hand, right? They had Dawn Ignition Energy and Rare Candy. So if I hadn't tightened up, they would have knocked out the Krokorok anyway with Ignition Energy. So I did the correct thing. It's just that PTCGL prized double Sandile, and that's how this life goes with this deck. And of course, they got the energy retrieval, so the Krokorok is dead. Oh, this is so tough, because if I go up with the Pecharunt, that seems bad, but it does allow me to hit in the Greninja, and if I hit in the Greninja, even for 120, that puts it in range. Alternatively, I could give them the Fez, right? If I give them the Fez, they can't knock out the Fez unless they do the thing, unless they get rid of an energy. But I mean, well, actually, I can't even retreat into the Pecharunt. That's the cool thing, is I can't even manufacture a Pecharunt. Wait, do they? Vengeful Fang? No, they don't. Oh, we got the Air Balloon. Goated. Okay, so Sandile down. Poké Pad for another Sandile that I don't have. And then I guess I get the Monkey. Oh, this is going to get real sketchy here. And then I have, oh man, no, I think I have to give them the Pecharunt. I think the correct call, there is no correct call here. There is no correct call. I basically need to get a darkness here. Okay, we technically got a darkness here. Okay, this is interesting. So I can use Janine's Secret Fart. I can attach 2 there. So that's 1 each. The reason I couldn't Toxtricity to the Sandile is because it would put damage on it, right? There would be damage on the Sandile, and they could just Mortal Shuriken at once. So I have to attack with the Pecharunt. That's fun. Hope they don't have a Munkidori. And then I go, yeah, retreat the feet, put the Toxel down, and then, yeah, 120. So in order for me to win this game, I think I need Energy Recycler, Rare Candy, and a million other things. And yeah, J Fewer, the Sandile and Krokorok have the exact same attack, Tighten Up. And the third Krookodile, that one also has a Tighten Up attack. You'd think it would be 3, because the Sandile is discard 1, and then the Krokorok is discard 2, so you'd think the Krookodile is discard 3. It's just discard 2. You'd think it would be 3, but it doesn't do that. And if you look at my opponent's name, they're Carolina Hot Sus. Yet it's like Carolina Hot Sauce, which I drip on my toes and I let For the Win lick off when he's been a good boy. It's Carolina Hot Sus. And Never Let Me Down, that would be. Or with Judge, so that way you can also draw cards. Okay, see, if I'd put a little bit of damage on the Sandile or the Toxel, we'd be out of this game. But now we are in this game unless they have the worst possible. Oh, unless they have Neo Up or Dragapult. Oh my god! Did they prize it? Please tell me they prized it. No, of course not. No, of course they didn't. Of course they didn't prize Neo Up or Dragapult. Oh my. I mean, they could. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if they were playing like a monkey, just 1 darkness, you know, Crispin, just to really sell it. God. All right. Well, I can risky. I can knock out the Dragapult this turn. The problem is that they're going to have a Greninja. Right? That's the issue, is I can knock out the Dragapult this turn. The issue is they'll have a Greninja. Oh, wait, no, I can't, because they're only taking 3 prizes. Oh, no, they'll be down to 1. Yeah, so I can. I can knock out the Dragapult. It's just not going to be easy. But yeah, never let me down. I do have that Virgin built. But like most Virgins, you can't really play with it yet. Okay, so that's terrible. I need to Risky Ruins. Let's play with my balls. Get rid of that and that. I guess I just go for the Toxtricity. And I can win the game if I just get playable cards. It is that simple. I can literally win the game if I get some playable cards off of this. I need Energy Recycler, Night Stretcher. That's what we're looking for. Energy Recycler, Night Stretcher. There's the Night Stretcher. I have to Poké Pad out if there's anybody. Yeah, let's get that guy. So I need Energy Recycler. Oh, guess what we prized? Guess what we prized? So, yep. I need that old Energy Recycler. Ah, yes, the old Energy Recycler. All right, well, I can knock out the Greninja and make myself feel better about my life. But that's all we can do. Is that's it. Needed to find something good. Never found one of those. All right. Well, at least I get to feel slightly better about myself. That, you know, hey, I took a prize. I took a few prizes. You know, it was closer than it looked. Right? You know, I need to. They needed. Yep. There's everything. If I just had the darkness energy too. If I just had darkness energy, we could have been fine. You know, there were so many permutations we could have won this one. And they just went for the jet headbutt. There we go. So, yes, if you want a sneak Pikachu at what testing was like with this deck, this is what it was like. It was pain. Yeah, it's like I only ever start Toxel. You know, the Sneasel, you know, did some things, but it wasn't good enough. All right, we got this. Trainer Jonah. That was the lead character of the guy from Superstore, if you didn't know. All right, so let's try to go second again, because that worked out so well last time. And I think typically they post the patch notes at 3 p.m. specific time, so that's just over 30 minutes from now. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Okay, I mean, I can't hate this hand. I can't completely hate the hand, but yeah, again, this is what life has been like. So we know we're getting win-loss rates for decks. We know we're getting a exchange all button. We know it's Phantasmal Flames, then Mega Evolution base set for the next 2 build and battles, and they should last about 2 weeks each. That'll take us to Pitch Black, and Pitch Black should be the next build and battle when it comes out. So I think this is confirmation that we will not be having pre-releases on PTCGL, because the Mega Evolution base set build and battle ends on the 16th. Right, let me quickly double check that. I'm pretty sure it ends on the 16th. Yeah, so that's basically confirmation that we're gonna. And Incineroaring, because it's the PTCGL dev. They don't know how to code their own game. But yeah, I already talked about that. Ooh, okay, so they're playing. Hopefully they're just playing like Metagross or something. But the fun thing is, come Pitch Black, we're not going to know what deck my opponent's playing here. Because like it could be straight Metagross, it could be some wacky metal deck with like a bunch of basics, or it could be Extra Drill. And I will get it up tomorrow. So while I'm thinking about all of you, I will be able to get it up tomorrow. And I'm really excited for that. Oh my goodness, did I just win this game by top decking a Lillie? Because this was the weirdest hand in the history of the world. All right, I'm just going for it. We're just diving deep. We're diving all the way in. I'm going to play all my cards. We're drawing 8, and then watch me get 8 unplayable cards. Okay, I mean, technically this was pretty good. Okay, Oh, yeah, this is interesting. So I don't think they're gonna do anything, right? It kind of seems like the most they're gonna do is tuck tail. And that's even a stretch because I don't think they're going to be able to rare candy and do anything. They could rare candy and do 60 damage, but it's pretty evident that my opponent is going to do nothing in terms of attacking this turn. And when you're playing Krookodiile... okay, so they have an unplayable hand. That is what I gleaned from this. So the first time things go right for me and my opponent has an unplayable hand. Fantastic. Oh, they... What? What are you doing? What? You're the one who did it. What do you give me the what face for? You're the one who did it. What? Why are you giving me the what face? You're the one who did the thing. You're giving me the what face when you did it. Okay, so letter to the community. Welcome to another update. Something about the World Championships mid-year celebration. More improvements to the deck editor. Oh, so there's nothing. So it's like, hey, we're doing things, but we're not doing a lot of things. All right, so I will evolve into you, attach to you. Let's Poké Pad, go get Toxtricity. And then, yeah, Toxtricity, this guy. I think what I do is I do the Sister Fister and attach one to the Sandile. And I think a Counter Gain on the Sandile is fine. Let's go Pecharunt. Actually, let's go Fez, because I think they're going to be able to take the knockout. And then I'll get rid of the Toxel. That's cool. That's actually really good. And then I should probably... yeah, let's put the Punk Helmet, because that makes life slightly more interesting. But I can't put the Watchtower into play because they'll stop playing the game. All right, let's check out these patch notes. Let's check out these crazy patch notes. Okay. Fixed an issue where the opponent's avatar would not appear correctly at the beginning of a match. Fixed an issue where Mega Venusaur would be stuck floating above the game. They're going to fix the build and battle XP issue. So let me whip it out real quick. Patch notes, 1 second. See, basically seems like this is a mid-set update, which it is. So PTCGL patch notes Tuesday. It's basically just they're slightly improving. Oh, they got the bot. I was nice to you. And I didn't... because I wanted to be able to play a game, and then what do? You suck my butt. They also flip 2 heads. Yeah, this isn't going to be in the YouTube video. They completely sucked my butt, and that's not very nice. You know, I like it when people suck my butt, but not this hard. So Watchhog was broken, Talonflame was broken, Tauros was... so they broke 4 cards from Chaos Rising in perfect order. For those of you keeping track at home, there were 4 cards broken from the new set. Or 2 cards broken and then 3 from the old set. Because that makes sense. Effect animation after completing a build and battle mode. And yeah, so it's a nothing update for sure. And wow, this is really cool. You can't see it, but nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. That's really fun. Okay, so I'm going to attach to this guy. Let's Toxtricity. I'm going to put the Pecharunt down because that's going to suck. And you know what? You're going to have to go through my Toxtricity. And I'm going to attach to my Pecharunt. And your butt's about to get sucked, bro. So yeah, it's kind of as expected. It's a nothing update. I'm not going to use the bosses yet because I want them to have their butt get a little bit sucked right now. And let's go... yeah, 1, 2, 3. So that one has a counter gain, so it doesn't need anything. And then we just go end turn. All right, so yeah, fixed an issue just with a bunch of random cards no one uses. They have to fix the fossils because Pitch Black is adding Fossil Quarry, and yes, it's called Fossil Quarry and not Fossil Excavation Site. And, oh, they fixed an issue where the navigation bar at the top of the screen would disappear. That's been going on for a couple years, where just randomly sometimes the menu bar will disappear and you'll have to restart the game. And yeah, so it's basically just nothing. It's pretty much a nothing update, which makes sense because it's mid-set, mid-patch. So you might say it's a mid-patch, huh? It's mid-set, mid-patch, so it's a mid-patch, huh? All right, then let's get the other patch notes. What did I call it? PTCGL patch notes, Tuesday 2. Basically, it's just quality of life improvements to building a deck. And that's it. And my opponent is doing things, but we don't care because we got patch notes, baby. We got patch notes up the wazoo. Oh my god, they got a second bosses. They got another freaking... This is back-to-back bosses. This is not fair. Okay, well, they're going for the Pecharunt, which is great. They just had back-to-back bosses. Are you freaking... I'm glad I didn't talk about this as if it was going in the YouTube video, because it definitely ain't. So if you don't feel like reading, if you're like me and you can't read, all you need to worry about with this update is that my butt is getting sucked super hard. Can I get Rare Candy Krookodile freeze? Seems like a no. All right, so let's go attach to you. Let me just do a couple things here that require thinking. So yes, if you're wondering what is up with this update, what is up with this update is there's going to be an exchange all button, and you're going to be able to track your deck stats. That's about it. Oh, God. All right, I'm going to put the stupid Gravitity Mountain into play because I like losing games. Okay, I can play with my balls. I always enjoy playing with my balls. You know this about me, so let's get rid of Risky Ruins, and I can't use the Mochi, right? Because I'm going to attack with Pecharunt. Pecharunt will be my finale card here. All right, so Rare Candy, and then I will Energy Recycler. Fun card to have in your deck, right? An Energy Recycler, and also the Gravity Mountain allows them to knock me out, which is really cool. Isn't that fun? The Gravity Mountain allows them to knock me out, but I had to play it. Why did I have to put the Gravity Mountain into play? Because if I didn't, PTCGL would have screwed me over. But now they're just a Metagross energy away from knocking out my Krookodile because I had to do this. But I have Night Stretcher for Pecharunt. I can, make a couple things happen. They do have to get rid of energy. So essentially what I can do is if they put a Metang down, well, it's not that the July update will be big, it's that it'll be the Pitch Black update. So normally set updates are bigger, but this is just, a couple new features, right? You can check your deck stats, you can hit an exchange all button, and they're playing Precious Trolley. So just, yeah, the updates between sets are typically smaller. Like, we got Build and Battle with Perfect Order, or Chaos Rising, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, we got Build and Battle with Chaos Rising, because they're crazy. I'm not quite sure what they're planning here, because you should have gone for a bunch of Beldum, right? Unless they have a Beldum in their hand. And don't forget that starting tomorrow, if you watch the official stream, yeah, I don't know about that one. Never Let Me Down. So you have to watch the official stream at NAIC to get the Mega Blastoise cosmetics. What's really funny about that, about the fact that they're giving us Mega Blastoise cosmetics, is that there's no Mega Blastoise card in Standard, and because PTCGL is so well made, you can't even use any Mega Blastoise card on PTCGL, despite there being a Mega Blastoise card that is legal for one of the two formats in the Pokemon trade. Why did I do that? I almost screwed myself over. So again, we live in a world where, you know, the game is awesome. So what do I do here? Do I just knock out the Metagross and call it a day, right? I don't do anything crazy because they can't attack next turn, right? Like the only threat is there's no threat. There's no threat on their side of the field. I guess all I'm worried about is like a Cinccino, but that doesn't even matter. Yeah, like I'm just wondering if there's anything like crazy going on here. And I may as well just thin everything out. Yeah, let's just get rid of everything. And then let's play with my balls. Boom, boom. Just get more stuff out of the deck, because if I get red carded, I want to... I mean, the 2 bosses in my hand means if I get red carded, I'm screwed anyway. But, I mean, we'll be fine. I can maybe attack with the Fez at some point. Oh, they have Ursaluna? I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, the letter to the community was nothing. It's just, hey, we're having a mid-year celebration where you get some deck cosmetics with Play Pokemon, the deck editor improvements, and then that's about it. So the letter to the community is letting us know that they have an update coming, which we already talked about. Possibility. Oh yeah, speaking of that, probably should mention that because Misty's underage, but it's called Misty's Vitality in English. So it was called Misty's Energy in Japanese. In English, it's going to be called Misty's Vitality, which is just, you know, they're so inventive with their words. We had Professor Sada's Vitality, and now it's Misty's Vitality. Not with that attitude, never let me down. Not with that attitude. So there you go. And if you didn't see my tweet, which I think is very good, by the way, I think my tweet about this was very good, and the world just doesn't appreciate greatness, is my tweet was, it's definitely a choice to name a Pokemon card move after a movie where the main character goes on a killing spree. Because I heard for years the internet telling me that, oh, hey, Falling Down with Michael Douglas is a great movie. Not really. It came out in 93. It didn't age well. Let's put it that way. Did not age well. There's some things, there's some there's just some scenes in it that didn't age well, shall we say. But yeah, Wailord's going to be a fun meme deck. It is not a real deck. I will have, you know, a bit of a snapshot of Pitch Black. I'll be recapping. I'll be recapping the Japan Championships. They only reported about half of the top 32 decks, so Mega Extra Drill was nowhere to be seen. It was like my dad after he went to the store to get milk. And it's Garchomp. Okay, this is an interesting matchup. Yeah, yeah, it's no, I'm weak to grass. I'm weak to grass, so this might actually be good. But yeah, so Wailord, the problem with Dewdong is that you have to put all the energy from Misty onto somebody. So whoever you put the energy on with Misty, they're just gonna knock it out. Oh, Toxel, that's getting knocked out. That doesn't matter. That's getting knocked out no matter what. I just need a freaking energy. This hand is stacked. If I just had an energy in this hand, I would be fine. I think I take a bit of a risk here, don't I? I mean, let's see if I prize my other Toxel. Okay, so I didn't prize my other Toxel. I have... Oh, God. I mean, I guess I go for double Sandile. But like this hand is perfect. This hand is literally perfect if I have a darkness energy. I mean, I guess I just go Sandile, and then have one Toxel. So I go one Toxel, I go Munkidori, and then I just let them have their way with me. Because next turn, I can do a lot of things. I can do so many things. Yes, I understand that the Toxel gets knocked out by a Rock Hurl, but I was hoping they didn't just have a Lillies. It's just, I'm in this really awkward spot where I could have Lillies, but I have been burned so many times, just this past week, just last stream, where I Lillies for 8 and get nothing. So I know that if I Lillies here, I'll probably Lillies into 8 energy. I'll probably just Lillies into all 8 of my energy, and then PTCGL will be like, hey, you wanted energy, didn't you? Here you go. But this is just such a perfect hand that I couldn't Lillies it away. Right? As long as they don't have an energy, I am in this game. And they only play like 5 or 6 energy, 6 or 7 energy. There's no way they knock out the Toxel. The Toxel is surviving this turn. That is the Trust Your Pilot guarantee. That, crap. Okay, so things happened. I believe I have to go up with the Sandile because I'm weak. Krookodile is weak to grass. Krookodile is weak to grass. It's not weak to fighting. Unfortunately, they can take a knockout with their Rose Raid. I think Garchomp does 320 exactly if they have 3 Rose Raid. But I'm in a situation where I have to send up the Sandile, sacrifice the Sandile, evolve into Toxtricity. There's a Poké Pad. That's cool. That's cool. This allows me to get probably another Sandile because they're not going to target the Toxtricity. They would never do that. My opponent would never do that to me. Okay? They would never be like that. Also, if they have a bosses, I'm just so screwed. If they have a bosses, I am so super duper screwed. But they won't have a bosses. I guarantee you they won't have a bosses. It was written in the heart of the cards. So there's Krookodile. This is really good. I'm going to attach to the monkey. Do I attach to the monkey? Hang on. Let's play devil's advocate right now. They knock out the Krokorok. I don't have a Krookodile attack. I could corner, but that's bad. I mean, I'm not knocking out a dude anyway. So I think what I should do here is just start targeting a Rose Raid, because I pretty much have to 2-shot Gabite to win. So I want to start targeting a Roselia. This is not going to be a quick game. Let's put it that way. This is not going to be a quick game unless this Iris completely fails me. But as long as they don't have Boss KO on my Krokorok, we might have it like that. And I can do some things to prevent Krookodile from getting poisoned, because doing 320 doesn't really matter when I don't have Tool Scrapper. If I had Tool Scrapper, we'd be in a much better spot. Oh, and I also can't corner because they're playing Rocky Fighting on some of them, so that would suck. Sand Shark versus Sand Crocodile, exactly. And I can't control their hand, so tightening up is meaningless. They're fully set up. That's completely expected. You know, I know it was wishful thinking going after that Roselia. But I'm essentially 2-shotting every Garchomp. They can't 1-shot a Krookodile unless I suck a butt. They're about to draconically bust all over me. Damn straight. Of course they had it all. Of course they did. Of course, I need them to not have it for 1 turn. I need them to just have 1 slow turn. Oh, and they Poké-Geared into another boss. Oh, how great for... Oh, and they Poké-Geared into another boss. How amazing for you. How great for you. I'm so happy for you that you have 2 bosses just sitting in your hand. And Eevee, we're all old here. We're all old here. And how come nobody used the emote? I'm very disappointed in all of you for not using the emote. All right, so let's get rid of, I guess, double darkness. And then I have to go for Fez and Skibidi. And then, yeah, we do that. I have to attach to the sand. No, not that one. And I don't even know if I have a counter gain in this list. I don't. I have Hero's Cape, though, which will buy me a little bit of time. I mean, Hero's Cape actually buys me the correct amount of time, so I'm not upset about that. But let's go for Krokorok. All right, and then we evolve that one. Iris. I just need a freaking ball set. Okay, that's not a rare candy, by the way. That's also not a rare candy, by the way. So we're in a great spot. In case you couldn't tell, we are in such a great spot. I wish I could be in this spot the rest of my life. So I think, oh, but I know they have bosses. So what am I even thinking about right now? I know they have bosses. They have 2 bosses. But Evie, I believe you're the longest tenured person. I think Clam Burglar is number 2. I think you're my number 1. I don't know if there's anywhere for me to check that, but I believe you're a long number 1 here. All right, so remember when I said this was going to be a long game unless they have bosses, and then they literally went Lillie's bosses, bosses, bosses? All right, so Corkscrew Dive. You know what? I'm just going directly up with the Sanda. I don't even care. Actually, I mean, I guess I'm going up with the Pecharunt. So Gardas, thank you. Gardas with the 36 months. That's 3.5 years exactly. All right, so let's get this guy, Pecharunt, down. I have to Toxtricity to the whatever. Oh, we have no energy left. Fantastic. All right, so I have 1 rare candy. That would explain why I haven't been able to find rare candy. All right, so Ultra Ball away those 2. Let's go and get, I mean, I guess I get, well, no, because they're going to knock it out. It has to be a rare, is rare candy or bust? Rare candy or bust? It was bust. If you couldn't tell, it was bust. If you're wondering if it was rare candy or bust, all right, so we're playing 1 more with this. And then we're switching to Philippe. If this is not a good game, we're switching to Philippe. And yeah, I was all ready to go, standing on the rooftop, ready to fall. Like a whale. But yeah, that's not happening. So yeah, it was PTCG Radio. So PTCG Radio got the Misty's Vitality reveal and the Whalmer and the Wailord. But do you understand how pathetic it is that we're getting a Pokemon card set in 2026, a main set with 84 cards, and the 2 special sets of the year had more cards in them? Ooh, this is a good start, except for the fact I don't have an energy. Yeah, so Misty's, it opens up some fun strategies over the next 2.5 years, but the reason, I talked about this in the video where it was revealed, the reason that Kiawe was a playable card, which did the same thing for fire types, is because back in those days, you could use a supporter turn 1. So you played it with Ho-Oh GX. Oh, this is great. You played it with Ho-Oh GX and 4 Kiawe, and if you got it turn 1, you were so happy. You were just like, my plan, my intricate plan worked perfectly. I put 4 Kiawe and I got one. My plan was foolproof. Scenario, no, I'm talking about new cards. Because remember that Ascended Heroes was a mixture of I and J block. So Ascended Heroes had, oh, they don't see it. They don't see it. There you see, that's why I put it into play. But yeah, so they weren't reprints. They were just, it was just, you know, because our release schedule is so weird. So no, Ascended Heroes had more brand new cards than any main set in 2026. And the same will be true for 30th Celebration. 30th Celebration will have more new cards than any of the main sets this year. And that is pathetic. And Eevee, I can guarantee you that will never happen. Eevee, I think that ship has sailed. I think that plane has departed. There is no shot I'm going to be able to cast events, and yeah, it's just not going to happen. Because I think the only way that I would do it is I would make up stories about players. I'd be like, oh, here we have Azul GG. He was late today because he got his finger stuck in an electrical outlet because he was trying to pretend to be a Pikachu for a TikTok. Okay, this is Dragonite with something stupid. I don't care what it is. It's something stupid because it's paired with Dragonite. All right, I'm going to get the turn 1 awesomeness because I'm awesome. I mean, I have nothing going on next turn, but I'm going to be able to tighten up. Yeah, I have an unplayable hand, so what? I can tighten up, and I'm going to be so good at this game. This is going to be the greatest Krookodile win you've ever seen. Yeah, maybe Flareon, maybe something. And Juna, watch me. I can talk about feet while I'm casting all day. Yeah, I'd make up stories for the players. Like for Saris Jones, who won with Alakazam, I'd be like, Saris's nickname is Why So Serious? And then I'd get muted and never be allowed back. And never let me down. No, the Samurott is better, okay? No one's playing. I already faced this deck today. I already faced Dragonite Greninja. No, it is terrible. The only reason I lost is because I was playing Krookodile, right? Krookodile is the worst piece of crap you've ever seen. All right, well, this is a great start. If you couldn't tell, this is a great start. This is the most best start I have ever seen in the history of my life. Yeah, Incineroar, and I'd have like every time I greet a player afterwards, I'd be like, "Oh, sorry, this is no shoes, no shirt. Only get an interview if there's no shoes. No shoes, no socks allowed." All right, well, they clearly don't have a fire energy. If they evolve one of their that's just mean. This was my backup strategy. Ah, yes, the old rare candy. Exactly what I needed in that situation. All right, well, they have Wellspring. Oh, and they got the Crispin. Fantastic. They're having so much fun over there. So, yeah, we're switching. Krookodile was cursed. We're never playing Krookodile ever again. Yeah, 3-3, 1461. We're playing Zacian Philippe. It was just so boring when I did my... Why the hell did they use Carnelian? Why in the hell did they Carnelian in that situation? Okay. I mean, they're still going to win, but they can't attack. Like, do they realize that Flareon can't... Oh, I got the big effect glitch. They can't attack in back-to-back turns. I know you can't read it because, you know, PTCGL. But during your... Maybe they misclicked. You know, who's this misclick? Is she hot? Is she single? Does she have low standards? Because that's my kind of woman. And Jagbomb, I played, I think, 4 Chaos Rising pre-releases. Didn't get a single Crobat kit. I got Goodra like 3 times. Okay, never let me down. They're on a higher plane than us. They're on a higher tier of existence. So, yeah, maybe... Okay, well, they're giving me a what face. Ooh, I have an unplayable hand. Fantastic. I mean, I guess I rare candy these nuts fit in your mouth. Okay, maybe I take back that loss. Maybe I was a little premature with that. Because I'm still kind of in this game. Slooplop. What do you mean you hated the Goodra kit? I went 18-2 with the Goodra kit, or 18-2 with 3 Goodra. And Daniel? Well, obviously you'd know that, Daniel. But yeah, I think I went 14-1 with my 3 Goodra kits because I'm just so good. And also I went first like every single time because I'm so good. And also I went first every single freaking time, and that's it. All right, so I have to bosses the Dragonair. Yeah, if you can just, and I got the Protect Deoxys like every single time. Oh, what a shock. Trust your pilot got freaking darkness energy. All right, so I have to go call for family for, yeah, I have to bosses this guy and then just kind of, oh, no. We bosses this guy. We bosses this guy. And then I go butt scratcher for no, I go for the darkness energy. I go call for family for Pecharunt Fez, because they're not taking a knockout this turn. And if they do, I just made a huge mistake. And Eevee, okay, Eevee, you're supposed to be my biggest supporter. Okay, you're supposed to be my biggest supporter. I don't need any other supporters when you're here for me. Oh, right, I forgot about the fact that they can just Dragonite. Forgot about that. Well, this was all part of my strategy that, oh, they're going with the Flareon again. They're back with the Flareon one more time. Okay, well, I have to go up with the monkey. And yeah, I guess corner doesn't really matter when your opponent has it all like that. Okay, so I have to go up with the monkey. And then I know they have this guy, so I have to be very aware of the fact that they have a Sylveon. Okay, please, PTCGL, please do not screw me over. Be my best friend here. I've never asked for anything more in my life than for you to just be my friend. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Just be nice to me. Just be a friend. Okay? Just be a friend. I also have to unfair stamp first, even though I would much rather Lillie's first. Okay, there's a red card. And then we got the Lillies. So how many energy? I got 1 energy in there. Yeah, we just have to go Lillie's Determination. And then, yep, super awesome. Super duper awesome. We got a Sandile. I don't want a special red card. And, yeah, that's about what we're doing. Because they can't knock out the Munkidori. So what they can do is retreat and go into the Wellspring Mask Ogre Pond, hit the Munkidori, knock out the Toxel, and then I can corner, which doesn't matter because they have Dragonite. So I'm about to lose to... This is how you know a deck is bad, is when I'm losing to Dragonite. There's no way you have energy left. Yeah, see, I told you. No way. Did they seriously... Oh my god. Okay, well, they do have to waste a turn using Angelite. So I'm not completely out of it. And also, they're weak to metal, which doesn't help. All right, so Krookodile and probably Toxel go back in the deck. Oh, they went for the... Okay. That's fine. And then I go Toxtricity. Let us... Yeah, I don't need the special red card. Let's go Toxtricity. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm out of here. There's no point. Krookodile is a disgrace to the Pokemon trading card game, and whoever designed this card should not be allowed to design Pokemon cards ever again. All right, so Zacian plus Philippe. That is what we're playing now. We're playing Zacian Philippe. I had it planned all along. And we're going to try Pilot's wacky build first, okay? All right, let's go first just to have some fun. Switch to Philippe because Krookodile EX was an abomination. Uncle Juna, have you been attending Clan Burglar's classes? Because that was a Clan Burglar tier joke right there. Oh, and speaking of Clan Burglar tier jokes, Endgame, my thoughts were true. My thoughts about Endgame have held true. It is a very good movie. Infinity War is so much better. It's infinity times more better because Infinity War doesn't stop. It's like me after I've taken like accidentally a full bottle of pills, blue pills, it doesn't stop from beginning to end. It is just basically one awesome movie. With Endgame, it starts and stops a bunch, and it's still really good. In Infinity War is better. ABJ, Bastiodon is going to win a tournament one day. Mark my words. Is this back-to-back games? Okay. All right. Well, I have 4 Duskull. This is kind of my strategy, I guess. You know, this isn't the worst strategy in the world. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take this strategy. Never gonna let me down? Oh, you're gonna see. This is from the depths of Trust Your Pilots. Just, oh, yep, there's the immediate shaman. Doesn't matter. They don't know what's happening. So we're facing off against Naruto Hokage. I got something in my basement called, never mind. I'm an adult. And never gonna let me down. What do you mean you can't see the vision? Are you Scarlet Witch? Ah, I've used that one a million times. All right, so you are about to see the greatest deck any human in the history of existence has ever cooked up. I'm guaranteeing you right now, this is the greatest deck any human being in the history of the universe has ever created. And the fact that my opponent has started a Blood Moon Ursaluna and probably can't get it out of the active and it's stuck like my stepsister in the dishwasher, which is really painful. What the hell is all this crap? I should have played with my balls and grabbed a Mawile. I didn't think I'd get this. All right, so I'm just going to attach to you just to get that out of my deck and then end turn. So I have double Dusknoir. I will play the Full Metal Lab. I will go Dusknoir, Lilies. Hopefully I get like Rare Candy Dusknoir. Because what you have to remember is that I'm about to Lilies into 8 cards, get 2 cards, and then do the thing. Oh, this is a metal deck, but Trust Your Pilot woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. This is a 4 a.m. creation is, hey, what's the weirdest way I can use Philippe in a deck? And how can I benefit these nuts? How can I use Mega Mawile the best? And this is what I came up with. And this is what I came up with. Are they seriously using Crushing Hammer? Are you seriously? I put that in there just to not get it. That's the funny thing is I put that in there just to not draw into it. And isn't this amazing? Is I'm just gonna knock out Dracloak. And this is hilarious. And Mega Mawile can actually one-shot an Ursaluna because it does 260 exactly if your opponent's active doesn't have any damage counters on it. This is amazing. It's like, yeah, you know how you play a 2-1-1 line of Dusknoir, sometimes Dragapult, and you win? I play a 4-3-3 line, and I'm gonna destroy you here. I'm gonna Dusknoir 3 times. Probably not Philippe because I chickened out and got a Dusclops, but to be fair, it was the correct call to go for the Dusclops because, I mean, I'm gonna use double Dusknoir. Yeah, and this is why you never play Ursaluna in a deck. Oh my goodness. This is why you never ever put Ursaluna in a deck. Let's go Full Metal Lab. I'm going to, do I go for the Flutter Mane? No, because I only have the one Dust Noir, so I think this is fine. I think if I go Dusclops, the active, because they're not going to do anything. They got nothing. And then I'm going to Lilies. We're going to Lilies for 8. I'm going to get a special red. Okay, we got things. We got things, everybody. Not necessarily good things, but we got things. So if I go Mega Mawile down, and then I do that, let's go. Yeah, I guess Poké Pad for the Dust Noir. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have evolved the one in the back because now I'm kind of screwed. But as long as they don't have a retreat card, the game is over. So I just knock out Jercloak. I have Prime Catcher, which is goated. I should probably cut the bosses and just have like Pokemon Catcher in here. And if you're wondering, but Pilot, what's the Flutter Mane for, Pilot? It doesn't have bum cheeks. I like bum cheeks, Pilot. Where are the bum cheeks in here, Mr. Pilot? And the reason you play the Flutter Mane is so you can bring up a Psyduck. So the strat is you Prime Catcher or you bosses up a Psyduck, and then you can blow your load as much as you want, and it's really fun. Because I enjoy blowing my load, is what I'm getting at here. All right, and then, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But what are the odds that they have Dragapult, Crispin, Switch? Literally 0. It is literally 0 that they have Dragapult, Crispin, Switch. I am guaranteeing that right now, though I guess technically I should have Prime Catchered. Though if they do that, I can... No, I can't really do anything. I was going to say, I can't really do anything, but it's the fact that they started the Ursaluna. It's like, how does it feel? Naruto Hokage. Okay, there's Dragapult. They still need Crispin Switch. If I see a supporter that is not Crispin, the game is over and I have won, and they have to bow down to me as they're better. I think they're trying to find a Meowth, but they took a long time to decide, oh, they got the Latias. Okay, so they still need Crispin. That is the thing. They still need Crispin, and what I can do that's really funny that I can't actually do because it would lose me the game is I could huge bite. So, like, I could put the Meowth down and go for Philippe, but that's a game-losing move. Oh, there's no way you got the Crispin now, bro. There's no way. You're not getting a Jet Head, but you got nothing, bro. You got absolutely nothing, bro. I am just going to, I guess, knock out the Latinas. There's a Night Stretcher. That's not anything. But yeah, see, the shoe is on the other foot, Dragapult player. What do you think about this? That I have built the greatest Mega Mawile Dust Noir deck in the history of the world. You can do nothing to stop me. You are powerless. Though I guess, oh no, they had a Meowth. Are you kidding me? What was the 5-minute wait for when you had the Meowth in your hand the entire damn freaking time? If you have the Meowth in your hand, you don't wait 20 minutes to put it down. All right, there's no way they have all the energy they need. They prize whatever they need. There's a psychic prize. They only found one type of energy. They can't accelerate it because of the wording on, crap. Okay, so what I have to do is lose the game because Mega Mawile only does 160 damage right now. maybe they'll make an oopsie and get a little bit greedy and go for the Mega Mawile here. Maybe they'll put the 60 on the Mega Mawile and think, oh, that's a good idea. But no, they're going to knock out Dusclops, Duskull. Yeah, they did the right thing. Even when things go my way, they still don't go my way. Oh, man, this game is great. Okay, so I will, yeah, let's play with my balls. Let's get rid of that and that. I have Full Metal Lab. Let's go get a Meowth. Yeah, I really can't do anything right now. So, yeah, Full Metal Lab. I can put the Flutter Mane down. Actually, I can put the Flutter Mane down and bring up the Latias, and then I might just be able to win from there, which would be kind of funny. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go Flutter Mane, Latias, and then Prime Catcher. So Prime Catcher the Latias, and then Lilies, and then I can win. Easy as that. And then, yeah, I got no more Duskull left because they got literally the perfect turn in the history of the world, which is great. And then Gabagool, it's the other way around. That's the problem, is it is the other way around. The way that you're thinking Mega Mawile works, it is the other way around, and that is why I couldn't do the thing. If it worked the way it should, and the way you're thinking, yes, Dragapult knocked out, I win the game. It is the opposite. So it's like when you use your left hand, it is the opposite, which is, you know, it's different, it's strange, but it doesn't mean it's better. Oh, no, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, that was maybe the correct call, and I should have done that. But I didn't see it because I'm an idiot, because I got tilted. So yes, you were correct, Gabagool. I am incorrect. You are smarter than me. Yeah, and then I could have knocked out the Ursa Luna. So yeah, I should have Philippe and Prime Cut. You're right. I got so down in the weeds here, I just completely forgot about what my move should have been. And that was my bad. That was my bad. And what do I think about the Claydol? I mean, it's our best way to devolve. Gabagool, I did. That's the problem, is I did. So yes, I didn't see it. I just got so tilted. Like, you can tell when my opponent takes 5 minutes on their turn just to do what I already knew they were going to do 5 minutes before, then it would have been different. But now I'm just a lonely cat. Jagbomb, they can't have any damage counters on them. If they're an untouched virgin, it's great, but if they're not a virgin, it's really bad. They also just had a Lilies, by the way. They also just had, just had the Lilies. No big deal. And Shiny Ray, we already talked about that like 20 years ago. Where have you been? All right, so let's go Rare Candy, get rid of that. And then there's an accompanying flute that I don't need. Fantastic. So do I just go for it and just say this game is cursed? And yeah, let's just go for it. They're gonna have bosses for game. We all know it. There's not much I can do. Actually, they don't have bosses for game. So wait, I might just win. Wait, I might just win the game. Wait a minute. I might just win the game right now, because I don't think they have a way to win, right? They would have to have Risky Ruins Munkidori. They would have to have Risky Ruins Munkidori bosses. Wait, did I just win this game? Yeah, it just draws you up to 6. So it's just sort of like a just in case, right? Just in case card. There is the Deoxys, but that attacks for a Psychic, so you can't use it here. But I was just like, hey, what's a card? I play Latinas. What's a card I can use that just draws me cards and just gets me deeper into my deck? And it's like, there you go. And Shiny Ray, how dare you? And hey, doesn't mean I can't try to make it, I mean, just because it's a side chick doesn't mean she doesn't deserve your attention. Side chicks do things your main girl won't, okay? We all know that. You know, like For the Win won't do things half the time. For the Win will not do certain things. That's why I need to get some little dark furry in my life. Uncle Juna, they do not see that, okay? They're playing triple. Oh, no, they're not playing triple Meowth. They're playing double Meowth. No, but they're not allowed to do that, okay? They've already had everything go right for them. Their timer is 7 minutes lower than mine. Again, when games are going at a somewhat decent pace, you know, I lock in, I get ready, but then it's like when my opponent takes half as much or 50% more time than me, I kind of check out a little bit. But when the game is actually, you know, it's in a back and forth, you know, we're beating each other off, that's when I lock in. But when it's a Dragapult player who is 8 minutes lower than mine, 600% lower than mine, just like the drug cost in America, when they're 600% lower, that's when I just kind of give up and don't pay attention. Yeah, it's like the meme is true. A Dragapult player in 2026 is just a Gardevoir player from 2025. All right, well, let's play this deck one more time because apparently I'm goated in the sauce. Apparently I'm goated in the sauce like that. Did someone say I'm goated in the sauce? Press 1 if you think I'm goated in the sauce. Thank you. See, Booty gets it. That's not the only thing Mistress Paddlebottom's going to open up. That's not the only thing that Mistress Paddlebottom's going to open. And Soaring, Rusty Bot. Is that anything like a Rusty Trombone? All right, so let's see if I can get another fun game with this one. That would have been a YouTube game. That would have been a great YouTube game if I'd A, seen the original thing that I should have seen, and B, if they actually played at a fast pace. That was, yeah, we gobbled them right down. That was what held me back. So, Naruto Hokage, if you're here, oh, what the hell is this? Don't you love starting Meowth with an unplayable hand? All right, this is not indicative of what the deck is supposed to do. And it's Starm. Oh, God. Easily winnable matchup because they have Frostlass in the deck and they wouldn't pay attention, but they're going to get the Nebula Beam. Okay, that's fine. That's also terrible, but it's fine. All right, so Naveen for UU. I mean, I guess I just get rid of all the things. I guess I just get rid of everything but the rare candy. And it worked out, except for the fact that it didn't. Everything worked perfectly, except for the fact that it did not. All right, so let's go Latinas. Sure, let's just get everybody down. I don't care, and then end turn. Starting Ursaluna is definitely a BM. Okay, so remember, I have 4 Lilies, I have Naveen, I also have Philippe. Philippe would get me 2 energy on the Mawile to do 0 damage. That'd be pretty funny. And they're playing the Frocage, the Frokage. All right, they're blowing me ever so slightly. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Oh my goodness. I'm going to win this game. It's ordained like a minister. Oh, what the hell is this crap? Can I get some? Nope, of course not. That card never works. Hey, could I get a card that never works, please? Sure. Sure, you want a card that never works? I got one right here for you, buddy. All right, so let's go for Dusclops, and then Dusclops down. So I might be okay here, right? Because I can I can burn the Poffin. I mean, I probably don't want to put the Oddno down. Yeah, I've tried every time I play the Skin Flute, every time I blow on the Skin Flute, nothing good comes out. Right? This is why I put Lickitung in some of my decks, because Lickitung has a better chance of working. Because there's a better chance your opponent has a Meowth in their hand that they just don't want to play, then you're going to be able to get anything off the flute. All right. I mean, the good news here is that I can do a couple things. Oh, they're going for the Duskull? That will not save you, my friend. Okay, here we go. Latina's in the active. I waste the Poffin. That's cool. I think I should put the yeah, I should put the Oddno down just as a safety precaution. Because we're definitely going to lose this game. All right. Wow, we got nothing. Wow, fantastic. Yippee. Oh, man. Isn't this great? We got nothing. We got literally 0 cards. Oh, man. Could you imagine if I got actual playable cards? That would be so stupid. How dare you even suggest such a thing? Getting actual playable cards. God, Pilot, how dumb could you be? Expecting PTCGL to give you a playable card in your hand. What an idiot. All right, well, things are going great. If you couldn't tell, you know, in case you couldn't tell, things are going amazingly. I'm going to win this game, but no, we'll go to a third game with this deck just to kind of see. Because this was just Meowth, dead hand start, and then I had to top deck a Lilies, and we barely even got there. So I guess they're going to go for like a Dusclops or something, or are they going to knock out the Duskull? Oh, okay. That's fine. They use Ninja Spinner. I don't know if I would have done that. That seems a bit risky there. Seems risky like some ruins, don't it? All right, so what do I have to do to win? I need like Philippe or something. So let's go. Yeah, let's go that. Waste the Poffin. Yup, I have to attach to this guy. Lilies. No, this is fine. This is fine. We got Dust Noir. We got Dust Noir Rare Candy. Okay, that's great. We got Dust Noir Rare Candy. I can probably gobble down some toes, right? Press 1 if I can gobble down some toes. All right, and then special red card. Okay. Okay, not quite sure where they're doing all that. And then, so I didn't get the third energy. And then I can knock out that. So I can do 80. But that's not going to do it. All right, so maybe I have to prime catcher. I guess I have to prime catcher the Fez. And then just hope they don't got it like that. Because actually what I can do is I can Curse Blast. Get rid of... yeah, get rid of this guy. That guy's knocked out. But the problem is my Latinas gets knocked out from a Jetting Blow and a Mortal Shuriken. Thank you. Thank you for that rare candy. What would I do without you? All right, then I gobble down some toes. And then I can knock that out, do 160. But yeah, again, they're just a Mortal Shuriken away from doing the thing. And they got the energy. All right, well, they still don't have game. Oh, now they do. They didn't have game, now they do. All right, so we'll do one more game with Trust Your Pilot's Wacky Concoction. But I think if I don't start the Meowth there, yeah, red card. Well, I also gave them a prize. Okay. Hey, we faced them before. All right, so Guilt EV 65. Guilt EV 65. Where are we in the stream? We're at 125. But then for the last half of the stream, we're just gonna play Philippe-zation. That's gonna be the last 90 minutes of the stream, last half. Ooh, you don't know what you've done. You've activated Trust Your Pilot's trap card. Oh, you've done nothing. Never mind. I mean, I'd rather have a mulligan than start Meowth. That's your cue to make me start Meowth again. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna send the Dust all up front. I can play with my balls, which is always good. My opponent thought they were so smart. Oh, I'm playing Zoroark. I'm gonna let Trust Your Pilot go first. You know, I'm gonna play with my balls here. I'm gonna go get a Duskull, and then I'm just gonna win next turn. That is the entire strategy, is win next turn. My last cards, I'm drawing 7 million cards next turn. That's an actual number that I just made up. I'm gonna get Rare Candy Dusknoir. I'm gonna get Rare Candy Dusknoir. I'm gonna gobble down some toes. We're gonna wipe their entire butt, and it's gonna be hilarious. And at no point along the way are things going to go wrong. Okay? That is the Trust Your Pilot guarantee, is that at no point along this road are things going to go wrong. Ignore the fact that I have yet to use Philippe once in my 3 games with this deck. That is all part of my strategy. Also, oh, I'm surprised they didn't attack. You know, you may as well do 40. Okay, that's just mean. That's just mean. Because I could have done the thing. Oh, wow. Okay, wow, this is terrible. This is absolutely horrific. And then I get nothing. Yep. Even when they thin their deck of as many Pokemon as possible, I still fail. I still fail miserably. All right, so we got 1 Duskull. I guess I go Poké Pad for Dusclops. And then, yeah, if I go hard retreat into the Flutter Mane, and then evolve into you. All right, so we're goated. We're golden, we're goated, we're all the things. They don't have Darmanitan. They're not gonna boss's orders my Dusclops, because guess what? Their active Zoroark can't use trade. Because of my Flutter Mane, more like Flutter Pain. But I think I've used Accompanying Flute 3 times so far, and still haven't hit a Pokemon. I think out of the last 10 flutes I've blown, I've probably hit 1 Pokemon. It is just the worst card ever. It is so funny how bad 1 card can be. It's like, hey, do you want to have 2 useless cards in your deck? Put a couple Accompanying Flute in there. Ah, see, they don't see it. They don't see it. Trust Your Pilot is the GOAT. All right, I think my strat right now is to lose the game super duper hard. I think that's a pretty good strategy. Is lose super duper hard and hate my life. Because they can't use attacks next turn. I might be able to red card them, but that doesn't really matter against Zoroark. I can't huge bite. There's a very useful Poffin. Thank you. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's Lilies for 8. I think technically if I get Audino Latina's energy, that's the correct call. Oh, here we go. Are we going to hit anything? I hit a Zorua. I mean, I guess technically, wait, what's my hand? That's actually technically the correct card to go for here. Believe it or not, that is a correct card to knock out in this situation. Because then I can hit into you. And then I can Rare Candy for another Dusknoir. And then I can get Dusclops. But then they just kind of win next turn. Yeah, this was an idea that didn't really pan out. You know, what am I, Gohan's daughter? This didn't really pan out. All right, let's go Dust Noir. And then Rare Candy into you. And then, yeah, I can only do 80. God, I really wish Mega Mawile was better, right? It wouldn't be a great world if Mega Mawile was a playable card. Could you imagine living in that world where we had playable cards? God, what a beautiful sight. It'd be like a pair of nice toes. All right, well, I could go for the Dusclops. What I might need... we'll go for the Dusclops. We'll go for the Dusclops. We'll be fine. This is a preview of NAIC tomorrow. You're going to see Mega Mawile Dust Noir everywhere tomorrow. I guarantee you're going to see this tomorrow. Fun fact, I do win the game next turn if they don't knock out my Dusclops. So actually, I think I win the game unless they have Reshiram. Obviously, they're going to have Reshiram unless they're playing the non-Reshiram build, which some people are crazy enough to not play. But they have to power up another Zoroark. They need Pecharunt. So there is a chance I just win the game next turn. Because Dust Noir knock out this one and then gobble down another one, and that's GG. Because remember, this guy can't use attacks, so they need to have Ends Casshole as well as Pecharunt with a 17-card hand. With a 20-card hand. That would never happen. That would never happen with a 20-card hand that they get the 2-card combo that they need. I guarantee you it is impossible for a Zoroark player to get the combo that they need. You're going to have a threesome tomorrow? Am I invited? Okay, they got the Pecharunt. But they didn't... Oh, they have the Mochi, so they need to get 2 energy on this one. So if they're able to play with their PP once and then just attach an energy to this guy, the game is also over. Yep, game's over. Yep. Game's over. That was fun. All right, so cue the comeback. Cue the comeback. We got to shake it off. Pretend like I'm Ariana Grande. We have to shake it off. Okay, so we're at 1. Wait a minute. Wait, did I just win this game? Wait, there is no shot that I just won this game. There is absolutely... I wasn't paying... The goated Full Metal Lab. The absolutely goated Full Metal Lab. Okay, so this is a problem, is if they see it, I lose the game. If they promote the Zekrom, I do lose the game. So if they know what they're doing, I lose the game. So if they... Oh, no, wait, because they can't. Oh, my goodness. I thought I was going for the active for a second because I already checked out. Because I already marked this as a loss. Am I the #1 Mawile Dust Noir player in the world? The greatest victory in history. The greatest victory... Yeah, that makes sense. That is... Just to let you know, I went 2-1 with this deck. Just to let you know, Trust Your Pilot went 2-1 with this deck. And you said I would never get custody of the kids. Joke's on you. All right, so let's get all these guys up in here. Let's go for the Dunsparce build first. And Anti-Snowman, that reminds me. So, PP Doo-Doo Man. Facing up against PP Doo-Doo Man. Alrighty. But that reminds me of... So in the 30th celebration video, the latest one, I made a joke about how Canadians are bad at math, and then immediately the sentence after, I made a math error. I got my second comment. I got my second comment correcting my math, and that's just like, that's the ultimate whoosh. That's the ultimate whoosh scenario. Is I had a second person, another person comment 6 times 3 is 180, or 60 times 3 is 180. Because like that joke literally happened the sentence after I made a joke about how Canadians can't do math. So there were 2 whooshes on separate days. If that was you, you should feel bad about yourself. All right, I gotta shake it off here. I can play with your balls with my feet, never let me down. That's just on a different tier. You've only ever been a tier 1 sub. You know, you haven't experienced what tier 2 and tier 3 subs yet. What the hell? That was a great start. That was a great start. And you just immediately concede? And I wanted to put PP Doodoo Man in the video. I wanted PP Doodoo Man in the video. This is a slight that will never be forgiven. Everyone put PP Doodoo Man on your list. Not the Epstein-y one, the other one. Put them on your list because that's bad. Yeah, PP Doodoo Man was way too intimidated. I agree. All right, well, let's put the Shaman down in case I need it. All right, okay, so I have to remember, I'm playing a Zacian Philippe deck. It is Zacian Philippe. Am I going first or second? I'm going first. You're playing the wrong hop deck? No, I got it. Big Pika. All right, so yeah, so it'll be 3 streams next week. I'm going to try to narrow down the top 3 Delibird decks. I also have Charizard, and I think there was one more that I'm going to try that's slightly interesting. And also, I'll keep testing with Transformation Tome. Oh, yeah, and I want to revisit Mega Greninja. I got some Mega Greninja decks that are interesting, shall we say. Okay, I think I have to kind of put the Dunsp... Oh, no, yeah, we go for the Fanrotom. Jeez, what am I thinking? I always forget that I put Fanrotom in these decks. So I go for triple the Dunsp... Oh, no, yeah, we want to get these ones because it's probably Dragapult. So you want to get your 60 hit point Dunsparces on the field before they get blown apart, like Napoleon, huh? Yeah, like get blown apart. Like Napoleon, blown apart. Okay, yeah, the Shaman start was bad. I kind of wish I'd started Cramorant. But assuming this is Dragapult, they are going to put 5 Pokemon on the bench because Dragapult always has it like that. So it'll be Poffin, Lilies, and then a 5th copy of a basic, then the Poké Pad twice for Dracula. Wait. Are we facing an opponent who doesn't immediately have it like that and they have to go for a Meow? Oh my goodness, we're facing a Dragapult player who doesn't immediately have it. Oh, okay, wait, what? So they do have it. Why would you play with your balls so heavily? Oh, they're thinning their deck. Oh. Is this going to be a concede? Is this about to be a concede right now? Concede these nuts in your mouth. The only thing worse than that is if I have to Mortys for 1. Okay, I was hoping for a concede, but I have to nope. Okay, greatest moment in PTCGL history. Greatest freaking moment in PTCGL history incoming. Trust Your Pilot's gonna knock out a Badoo with a smash kick Shaman. Greatest moment in PTCGL history. Yeah, bro. What do you think about that, bro? Way to get absolutely bodied for not going for a Meowth for everything. First Shaman smash kick KO on a Badoo ever. And don't forget that I made a bet. If Mega Pyroar makes day 2 or day 3 at NAIC, I will show feet. If Mega Pyroar makes day 2 at NAIC, I will show feet because they literally made Mega Pyroar one of the NAIC code. So if you redeem that NAIC code, you get a Mega Pyroar which means they clearly think that Mega Pyroar is going to do well at NEIC, or else they give us, you know, like Greninja or something. All right, well, joke's on them, because I'm still drawing one card. Joke's on you, I'm drawing one card still. And remember when I said I had to prioritize the 60 hit point Dunsparce, and then immediately things went wrong? Remember that? That was fun. All right, well, I have to Morty's for one here, because I'm going to definitely lose the game if I don't. So I have to Morty's for one. That's a Night Stretcher. That does nothing, thank you. I can't even do an ass landing. You know, I thought they were the ones having the bad start. I'm the one having the bad start over here. All right, so let's give them the Cramorant, because... oh, man. Imagine having quad Dunsparce on the field. And, yeah, imagine having quad Dunsparce and a Morty's, and you can't do anything. Just kind of... oh, a little late on the Fez, though. A little late on the Fez. Oh, they got a Neo Upper. And they got a Lillie's. Fantastic. So they'll get a Dragapult or a Night Stretcher. Yep, they got the Night Stretcher. Okay, so Cramorant and Dunsparce are dead. If I can just top deck a playable card. I mean, worst case Turo's scenario, I can attack with the Cramorant. I can Night Stretcher attack with the Cramorant for 150, which isn't good. But I can do it. You know, if there was just a stadium on the field, it's not like my deck plays 3 or 4 stadiums. Nothing like that, right? All right, and then, yeah, this is the Dunsparce build of Hopzation. Because I was thinking, you know, if you play Philippe, you can't play a supporter, so you have to play Philippe. All right, so Fan Rotom down. If I can just get a Doo-Doo Sparse. Just wanted a little bit of Doo-Doo. Couldn't even get that. Where's PP Doo-Doo Man when you need him? All right, so special red card. I'm sure they'll get a playable hand off of that somehow. And no Postwick, no Snorlax. Awesome. And they're going to go down to 1 prize. Boy, this is going to be the greatest comeback you've ever seen. Press 1 when you believe, if you believe. And never let me down. Yeah, I said that, and then I never found Dunsparce. You know, I thought my Morty's conviction would draw me cards, but everyone always says, oh, Pilot, you need to play Morty's over Iris. Everyone always says, oh, Pilot, why aren't you playing Morty's over why are you playing Iris? Iris is dumb. No, this is why Iris is better. Is because if they have one or no bench Pokemon, at least Iris can draw me some cards. The issue is that I always draw Iris when I have like a 6-card hand. And then I always draw Morty's when they have a 0-card bench. It's like I always play a Frostlass build of a deck when my opponent has no abilities, and then I play a non-Frostlass build when I can suck my own butt because I'm flexible now. Also, if you didn't notice, they got Munkidori Darkness Energy because, again, PTCGL makes sense. Yeah, just play Morty now. Jeez, Pilot, just play Morty now. Yeah, this was clearly a cursed stream. PTCGL is not my friend today. And they basically have a guaranteed comeback here. But let's just see for funsies, would I have ever found a playable card? I believe the answer is no. But if I have 2 Mortys in this list, I'm changing it to 1. And we're going for 2 Iris, because Iris is better. You gotta be joking me. You have... okay, we still didn't get anything. We still didn't get anything. That's the best part is... even with the Lillie's top deck, we got nothing off the Lillies. Just to really make it funny. Even with a Lillie's top deck, still nothing. All right, so let me just double check the list. Let me pretend like I'm Santa Claus and reach into my ball sack. All right, so how many Mortys we got? 1 Morty's, 1 Iris, 1 Naveen. Triple Philippe seems a bit excessive. I think triple Philippe, I don't think we need 3 Philippe. I think 2 Iris is fine. You know, 7 energy is a bit low. I might want 8. Like maybe I cut a Night Stretcher and go to 8 energy. Yeah, that might be more smarter, is just to have 8. Even though it's you know, it's maybe. So wait, Daniel, don't be gross. Never let me down. So wait, you're so much of a football fan that you care about countries that aren't your own? That would be like me watching a hockey game that doesn't involve Canada. That just doesn't happen. So you're so much of a fan that you actually watch other matches. That's crazy. All right, so I have the petrol for Secret Box, or I can suck my own butt. But no, I think we go petrol for Secret Box and probably petrol away the post wick and the energy. Ooh, okay, this is fine. This is a very, very awkward starting hand, but as long as I have Secret Box, we should be fine. Like, I don't want to get rid of a post wick, but I think I have to get rid of a post wick, and I did just cut from 3 Night Stretcher down to 2. But again, I think that's kind of what I have to do here. So let's go Secret Box away the Snorlax, the post wick, and the energy. Because then I get post wick, supporter, hops bag. Yeah, I think I got it. I think I got it. Jeez, you don't think I got it? I think I got it here. I think I got it, broskies. All right, so then hops bag, choice band, post wick. Actually, I should probably grab bosses, to be completely honest, because then I can knock out a Cloak. All right, so Buddy-Buddy Poffin for Fan Rotom, Dunsparce. And then hops bag for Zacian. Zacian. And then, yeah, that's going to go there. And then let's Fan Rotom. Probably didn't need to grab the Fan Rotom now that I think about it, but what are the odds that 2 games in a row I completely fail to find anything useful? What are the odds that 2 games in a row, trust your pilot fails to find anything useful? Because YouTube audience, you didn't get to see it, but in my first game with this, and ignore the win-loss ratio because I played Krookodile and a bunch of crap, but you didn't get to see it, but I had 4 Dunsparce down almost right away, and then I never found it a Dunsparce or a playable card, which is just so much fun. And that's why I grabbed the bosses. So they need Rare Candy, Crispin, Dragapult in their hands, so they need a pretty fairly easy combo. But I have the bosses. I really wish I could have kept that Metal Energy and just attached it to the Benchization, because I could definitely manufacture a world where I just triple attach to a Zacian instead of having to worry about Philippe. But I haven't really gotten to feel this deck between my toes like smooth peanut butter, because I have yet to find it a Dunsparce. 2 games in, I've played 0 to Dunsparce, but that all changes this game because Iris is better than Morty. My opponent just ditched bosses and Meowth to find a monkey to play Crispin. So does that mean they're giving up at life like me when I hit 40? And that was 29 years ago? Oh, wait, so wait, does Secret Box not show? Does Secret Box not search your deck? Reveal them. Reveal them. So there's very important words on this card. Some cards say you don't have to reveal, like a Pidgeotto actually didn't have to reveal. This one says reveal them. They know that I have a bosses in my hand. They still went for this strategy. Even knowing that I have a bosses in my hand, they went for this strategy. And they know that I had a bosses. They know that I had a post wick. They just didn't think Trust Your Pilot could get it up like that. Unfortunately, I do have to put the 30 damage somewhere, so that does have to go there, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. All right, this worked out perfectly. There's a Dunsparce. Now, if they get Dragapult, we're in a bit of a dilly of a pickle, but they did just play Crispin, right? They only have 2 Crispin in the deck. They ditched a Meowth. They have a 2-card hand now. Oh, they're playing Easy. Easiest game of my life, because I am him. All right, well, that's not a YouTube game. It's got to be slightly more competitive to make the YouTube. Wait, I'm at 1483. When did that happen? And then, oh yes, don't you love the 3 screens? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3 screens to get half of a pack. Beware to beware. Beware to beware. So yeah, like you can tell that Philippe with Zacian is not that fun of a deck because For the Win didn't even make it a main channel video. Like you can tell a deck isn't good if For the Win didn't make it a main channel. And that's why I didn't really want to do Philippe, is because I knew, right? I knew that this wasn't going to be very exciting. I tested it a little bit yesterday, and that's kind of when I realized, no, you know what? I don't want to play Philippe. It's such a boring card. It really only helps Zacian. Great starting hand. But then I kind of zeroed in last night. I was like, fine, I'll play Krookodile. I don't care if it's good or bad. I'm going to be a Crook Captain Hook. I think I'm playing Venusaur with a ton of healing. What the hell? What world have I found myself in? This must be a transformation tone. This must be something wacky. This must be something wacky. This is absolutely a wacky deck. I feel a tingling in my balls. This has to be a wacky deck. Okay. That's unfortunate. So if you feel a tingling in your balls, I think that's because my opponent's deck is very wacky here. I'm going to go Secret Box away the Iris, the Fez, and the Choice Band to go and get, I think, yeah, just Lilies, Hop's Bag, Choice Band, Postwick. But the problem that I think is about to arise like a Skywalker in my pants is that my opponent is playing some sort of Regicharge Transformation Tome deck, but you might say it's Tome Deaf, huh? You might say their deck it's Tome Deaf, huh? Get it? Because like Tone Deaf, but Tome Deaf. And I have to start attaching. Wait, I should probably check to see if the Dunsparce EX is in the deck, right? It's in the deck, so I'm just gonna have to start attaching to the Dunsparce EX so I don't immediately lose the game. And then we go Zacian. Very easy. But I think what their plan is they use Regicharge to put a bunch of energy on this guy, hope it survives a turn, and then, yeah, then like Transformation Tome into Dwebble, or it's either Scramble Switch or Transformation Tome. But the problem with Transformation Tome is their stuff has to be in the discard pile. And there's Regicharge. Yep, Regicharge for 0. All right, I'm not going to do I don't think there's anything I can do, but if there is anything I can do, I'm not going to do it because I want to see what they're cooking up over there, right? I want to see what they're cooking up because this is interesting. If they boss my Dunsparce with all the energy, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm not going to give them the Dunsparce. Whatever you're playing, I'm going to let you show us. Because they play a bunch of healing. I saw Pokemon Center Lady. I think there was a Jumbo Ice Cream. There's a Bottle Cage. Okay, that's not anything. Come on, you got to be playing something wacky here. Ah, boo. 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 I'm not afraid of beware. I will not beware to beware. Come on, you were in front of everyone who was like, oh, I wonder if Azul is streaming right now. And then it's like, oh, Azul's not streaming. Well, I guess I'll watch Pilot. Oh, it's a rematch. Great. You know, you were in front of 100 people who were all expecting to watch Azul today, not realizing that Azul is NAIC. So you're stuck with me because everyone else is at NAIC. And there's like, fine, I'll subject myself to Pilot. I'll also give him my Prime sub. You know, I'll give Pilot my Prime. You know, it's totally fine. I mean, I subbed to Prime to watch the last season of The Boys, which was terrible. So, but I still have a Prime, and I'll give it to Pilot because he's the only one cool enough not to abandon us during NAIC week. At Ebrex, see? I masterfully baited somebody. See? I am a master baiter. I told you. I am the biggest masturbator on the planet, and Ebrex gave me money for watching me masterfully bait them. Oh yeah, For the Win's right here. Hey, For the Win, come here. Oi, mates, what's going on, bruvs? Oh, what's that cheeky bugger doing here? Oh, Pilot's cheeks are bugging me because they're covered up right now. Oh, those cheeks are being covered up. I wish you'd show me them cheeks. I wish I could insta-strike those cheeks with the back of my hand. I wish I could. I want to fickle spitting all over them. Oh, no. I want to demolish them cheeks, Pilot. I want to demolish them cheeks. All right, so, I mean, I just have it. This is so boring that I'm so good at this game. You know, it really does suck being this good at Pokemon cards. Right? Like, I don't think you understand how terrible it is being me. Is that I'm just too good at Pokemon cards. Right? I have to go for all these things. I have to go for, like, whatever, bosses, I don't know. All right, so, I prized the thingy thing. That's not great. But I have Postwick, Choice Band, Poké Pad, and, I mean, I already take the knockout on the Dwebble, so I guess I don't do anything. So wait, did I prize 2 Dunsparce? Can I get an energy, please? Thank you. All right, so there's an energy, and then we go Insta-Strike. And cool, more Choice Band. But I think it's more likely that somebody subscribed to Amazon Prime for, like, Spider Noir. Oh, and did you see the news that Project Hail Mary is going to debut on MGM Plus, despite being an Amazon show or an Amazon published movie? So I really hope you renew that MGM Plus. Don't forget to renew your MGM Plus subscriptions, everybody, to watch Project Hail Mary. I know you might let it lapse a bit. I know you've been subscribed for the past several years to MGM Plus, but just make sure you don't screw it up here. All right, there's a Poffin, which I can't use for anything, so that's cool. And then, yeah, Poffin, let's do nothing. I guess I should bosses the dude, because, you know, why not do 90 damage if you can? And then all I need is the Dunsparce EX. I get to Dunsparce EX, we are totally fine. Wait, what happened to that other? Oh, I Lillies. But yeah, this has just been one of those cursed streams where I knew in my testing, I tested, I think, 3 games before stream with Krookodile. It was Starmie every single time, and they always had turn 1 Risky Ruins, turn 1 Staryu, turn 2 Energy on the Starmie, with Munkidori, knockout on everything. It was just not a fun time. Wait, are they trying to attack? Are they attacking with the Ogerpon? Do you think they realize that I'm just kind of a single card away from clapping their cheeks here? Do you think they noticed that I'm 1 card away from clapping their cheeks? All right, so I mean, it doesn't really matter what order I do this in. I'm drawing 3 cards either way, so let's get rid of the choice band. That's not cool. Let's, oh, yeah, let's, wait, do I have Snorlax? I don't have Snorlax. That's fun. There's Snorlax. They just lost this game. Congratulations, you have lost this game. I'm sorry to say. All right, so let's go for Dunsparce. Do I have the EX? I do. So at some point, we'll be able to do the thing. I know I have a choice band somewhere, so again, I'll be able to do the thing. Yeah, beware to beware. I feel like they're an industry plant by PTCGL to get me back to the 1500, so I face more Dragapult, because I'm going to be over the 1500s after this win. And it's like, that's the PTCGL dev being like, Pilot hasn't faced enough Dragapult today. We need more Dragapult. Yeah, I'm just rereading the developer letter. There's nothing. It's just, oh, that's not the developer letter. So yeah, I'm just going to beat them off in the background. So if you weren't here earlier, here's some of the patch notes. I'm just beating them off. So if you're wondering what I'm doing in the background is I am currently beating off my opponent, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, that's currently what's happening, is I am beating off my opponent. But it's just a bunch of random, kind of useless fixes. Nothing too interesting. Just like, hey, this thing is happening. This thing you probably didn't know was broken. Don't worry, everybody. We're fixing it. We're fixing the thing you probably didn't even know was broken. And the only real big change they're adding with the update is improvements to the deck editor. So there will be a win-loss tracker. So it'll tell you what the win percentage of your deck is. And that's about it. And there's going to be an exchange all button. But that's about all you're getting. Congratulations, you're getting an exchange all button, which should have been there day one. Deck stats, which should have been there day one, not 4.5 years later. But it's happening, everybody. It is happening. Rejoice. Yes, there you go. There's proof that Tony Stark has a fart. All right, so, oh, I have to take my prize. So that, what am I, 1504? So what am I, undefeated with this version of the deck, but I haven't used Philippe once? Okay, we're going to use the Dunsparce one more time, but I have a feeling that I'm not ever going to use Philippe. You know, press 1 if I'm ever going to use Philippe this entire stream, because I don't think I've used Philippe once. In the, what, hour, well, 40-ish minutes that I've been playing a Philippe deck. Yeah, Philippe left stream. You know, I could do a back Philippe, but I had a title all picked out for this. It was going to be Philippe Fixes Hopzation, but Fixes was going to be spelled with a PH. Get it? It was going to be Philippe Fixes, but it was going to be spelled with a PH, as in, like, Philippe Fixes. And kilometers? Hey, that might be a record. But unfortunately, Philippe is not good enough. Ooh, it's Dewdong. Well, you're playing a little bit early, bro. Backup? How about you back up on these nuts? You're playing it a little early. Misty's Vitality... Oh, God. Misty's Vitality is still just about a month away. We are 35 days away from staring at Misty's Vitalititties. There we go. So, PTCG Radio got the exclusive reveal. And there it is. It is Kiawe for water. Oh, yeah, so this is a deck I played a long time ago. This is Trust Your Pilot's Dewdong deck from like 3 months ago. Also, they have a 0-card hand. But Misty's is fine with Wailord EX. The problem is that your turn ends and your opponent can gust up whoever you give the energy to. And wait, does Misty specify... Ooh, they got a legacy. Does Misty specify water Pokemon? Oh, it doesn't specify water Pokemon. Interesting. Very interesting. I was not expecting that. So Misty doesn't specify water Pokemon. Let me quickly double check if that's supposed to be the case. Let me quickly double check to make sure that's what we were expecting. And yeah, I guess what I do is probably start attaching to the Snorlax, because the Snorlax is a pretty big attacker here. The Snorlax can knock out a Latinas. If you want to watch me beat off myself. All right, so, and then I put the damage on... Yeah, I don't take a knockout. I just go get it to Dunsparce. Insta Strike, put 30 on the Tarantula, because they're going to obviously prioritize the Dewgong if they can. But if they prioritize the Dewgong, that means the Tarantula gets its butt sucked. And Moxie, oh yeah, I do that before I see it. So I typically just go up and down 12. On average, you go up or down 12 ranked points based on the result. Yeah, so Misty's was always any Pokemon. So if you want to put this in Kangaskhan, you shouldn't. If you want to put this in a Kangaskhan deck, you can. You shouldn't, but you definitely can. You know, the problem with Dewgong is, like, look at Misty's Vitalititties. Okay, just stare at them for a really long time. If you put the energy on somebody, your opponent can just boss KO it next turn, and you just wasted a supporter, you wasted 4 energy. You know, you're thinking like, oh, what if I put this with Dewgong? Oh, that's so cool. Is it really cool? Is it actually cool? Like, this might be a card you put inside. Oh. I would not have, do they not know that Misty is weak to metal? Do you not know that Misty is weak to metal? Misty is weak to metal, my friend. That is not a good idea. All right, well, hey, it's your life. I'm just living in it. All right, let's go. Wait, can I do the thing? Wait, can I do a back Philippe? What? You know what I meant. Can I do a back Philippe here? Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for a back Philippe, even though it makes no sense and it actually makes my board position worse. I'm going for a back Philippe. Yeah, so I can't waste any of these cards. I just got it Dunsparce. I got it. I got the back Philippe. I shouldn't do this. There's no world where this makes any sort of sense, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, I told you we were gonna Philippe. I told you I was gonna be able to do it, and you doubted me. How dare you doubt your pilot? I just got rid of Legacy Energy and Prism Energy, by the way, so I'm not quite sure what they're supposed to do. But yeah, Wailord EX is a card. Oh, and it's Shadowy Darkness Energy. I don't know if we knew that already. Oh no, I think we did. I think we did already know Shadowy Darkness Energy. Or we didn't. Whatever. But yeah, there's Shadowy Darkness Energy. Kind of a good card. Right? Like it prevents bench damage. So you attach it to a dark type, it protects against bench damage. So like Mirage Barrage can't hit it. It's kind of underwhelming, right? Am I the only one underwhelmed by just, protect against bench damage? You know, it's like, yes, you can attach it to an EX and now it's protected, but if we're not playing Rabska, are we really going to play Shadowy Darkness? Like, we were so spoiled with Telepathic being so amazing, and then it's like, I like the effect, don't get me wrong, like, the effect is fine, but it's still just a little underwhelming. You know, like Voltaic Lightning I'd really like this card if we had a good Lightning deck. Like, yes, it helps Manectric. The baby Manectric that protects against evolutions is really good. Mega Manectric protects against basics. So you got the double evolution mega or basic protection. But Voltaic is yeah. What do you mean Nitro Fire's not good? You can only put one in your deck because if you put more than one, it's useless. Yeah, Voltaic, like, good card, don't get me wrong. It's just there's no good lightning support right now, so it's like this is a card we're going to remember for the next 2 years, hoping that we get a good lightning type, right? Hopefully there's some crazy lightning type legendary in Winds and Waves that that attacks for 1 energy, because this is not it for Mega Zero Aura. This card does not have any aura. Are they attacking me again? Dost thoueth attacketh me againeth? I took pity upon you, and this is how you repay me? Alright, I mean, I can knock out the Clefairy like 7 different ways. I have like 7 different ways I can knock out the Clefairy. Well, Morty seems like a pretty good start. Let's go... Yeah, let's Morty away the Iris. Alright, well, there's a Cramorant. I don't really want the Cramorant. I guess what I want is... Oh, yeah, this is not cool. Let's go to Dunsparce for the Fan Rotom because I have a switch card. There we go. That still isn't enough, though. Ironically, I still need the thingy thing. I still need one of those 2 choice bands, so I have to Ultra Ball for... Ultra Ball away the Shaman. I can also just take the knockout with the Dunsparce, but no. I refuse. I refuse to do that. We're going... Oh, yeah, we're gonna pretend it's corn, and we're gonna go the long way. We're going Fez first. I'm taking this damn Zacian KO, okay? If I don't take the Zacian KO, I will never forgive myself. What the hell is this crap? How the hell did I not get anything? And, yeah, I actually have to take the knockout with the Dunsparce, which is absolutely hilarious that this is how I have to take the knockout. Yeah, not expecting that. All right, so retreat into Dunsparce. I can do 2-4. Let's put the Cramorant down. Let's put the Zacian down. We'll put the Postwick down. All I needed was a Hop's Choice Band, and life becomes very simple. I could knock it out with the Cramorant, the Snorlax, or the Zacian. I did not get any of those things. And yeah, the Mega Zero Aura just absolutely has no aura, ironically. And then, of course, the immediate Stadium Bump. So I won't be talking about Zero Aura in tomorrow's video other than to say that it's sucking. Actually, I don't even know if I go that far. I might mention Zero Aura in tomorrow's video, but it's more or less just about the good decks. And Mega Zero Aura is not a good deck. Ah, there you go. There you go. It's more of a 0 than an aura. And yes, I understand. There is a world where this is a playable card. But only once. Like, you play it with Iono's Bellybolt with Scramble Switch. You play it Iono's Bellybolt with Transformation Tome. That's about it. Right? You can put a single copy into Bellybolt, but if you're doing that, it's like, sure, still weak to fighting in a world where fighting is still everywhere until we get Mew EX. I don't think they know that putting Terapagos down is a game-losing move. I do not recommend putting the Terapagos down. That would be a disaster of a decision. That would be a destructive decision, huh? That wouldn't be a very tenacious idea. They just lost. And they lost the game. Unless they can somehow knock out my Dunsparce this turn, they have lost the game. But I mean, if they have Glass Trumpet, maybe? No? But I can almost guarantee you will not be seeing Dewdong tomorrow. Regigigas doesn't matter since Dunsparce is not a Terra. I don't have any Terras on my side of the field. None of my Pokemon are terrible. This is why I held the Switch, because They're probably going to try to trap the Snorlax or something. Oh, they're going for the Fez. Okay, you can knock that out with a Clefairy, but that's a Clefairy underwhelming move. Huh? That's a Clefairy underwhelming. Okay. All right, so then I just have 60, 120, 180, 240. I'm just going to give you the thumbs up because I win. But it's kind of funny. Like, Chaos Rising just came out. Guess what's happening in 35 days? Brand new set. And then guess what's happening exactly 60 days after that? Brand new set. And then we're probably getting another set 60 days after that. All right, well, the Dunsparce, boss is the Kangaskhan, GG, and that's 240, right? Yeah, that's 240. Boss is the Kangaskhan. Very exciting stuff, I know. Actually, I guess probably like 15, probably 15, 18 or something. But let me switch to the Frostlass build because I used Philippe once. I should not have. To be fair, I should not under any circumstances have used Philippe in that situation. Now let's try the Frostlass build, which has, why do I have Petrol? Oh, for Cedar Box. Why do I have Petrol in this deck? And Jagbomb? Yeah, imagine pulling Misties and a Wailmer and a Wailord. You would just be absolutely but actually you might lose because it's weak to lightning and the Vikavolt. So there's the Vikavolt that easily one-shots it. Right? This is in the Miraidon kit. So it's if you play Wailord, you're taking a huge chance. And Daniel, well, that's the world we live in now. Well, because remember, it's Miraidon Vikavolt. So even Miraidon can two-shot you. Right? Miraidon can two-shot you because you're... Oh, no, it has to three-shot you. I thought it was 120, not 90. So, but, like, if you target their Grubbin and their Charjabug and their Vikavolt, you're leaving their Miraidon alive, which are also kind of a big problem. Right? So you have a 25% chance of getting your butt blown out by a Wailord or as a Wailord player. And don't forget the Delmise does 170. So Delmise can three-shot this. And there's no bubbly water energy in pre-releases. So you're basically just surfing bird. If this isn't a free win, I don't know what is. Unless I prize the Cedar Box. But I go Cedar Box away. I probably should have grabbed the energy. That was my bad. I should have grabbed the energy with Energy Search. Well, let's go Lilies, Hop's Bag, Postwick, and Choice Band. Sure, that's fine. And then we go Hop's Bag for Zacian. Sure, let's go for Phantom. Why not? And then, yeah, Choice Band, attached to you. Maybe I should have grabbed the Snorlax so I don't have to put Postwick into play, because then that way it's a stadium bump later. But also, I don't really care. But also, I'm the streamer. I have all the power here. But does the Whaler one-shot the pirate ship, but then it falls asleep. Right? So because Delmise has 140 hit. Oh, they're playing the Festival Lead Greninja. Yeah, I built this like a long time ago. Because someone in Japan there was like one list in Japan that played Festival Lead Greninja. And I was like, hey, that's a thing. But then I realized it's probably very bad and never actually played it. So there's no bubbly water energy in Pitch Black. That is in Chaos Rising. That was in Chaos Rising. So this will fall asleep every time it falls down. And Surf only does 120. And Delmise is somehow The basic with the highest HP in the entire freaking game. I think this is the highest HP basic in standard for a non-rule box. I'm sure, I mean, I could like Regigigas, sure, but like, if you were to ask, like, hey, name a basic with more than 130 hit points that's not an EX, no one would be like, oh yeah, Delmise. That should definitely get 140 hit points, which is more than some stage 2s. All right, well, there's that. And then, yeah, we go Post-Wick. Yeah, I can do a back Philippe, but I think I just Lillie's in this situation because they are going to lose. They are going to lose so bigly here. It's almost kind of sad, but I also don't care because it's funny. All right, so let's, yeah, I'll hit into the Grookey. Let's hit into the Grookey. Because they have to do a lot of stuff in order to have any sort of chance here. But Kilometers, the stream will not end until I get to 12 wins for you, Kilometers. And Jagbomb, yeah, but that's a box legendary. And then what the hell's a Delmise? Half the people don't even know what a Delmise is. There's people out there who never played Sun and Moon. All right, they got a Mega Greninja, but at what cost? But you can 39 shot it? Yes, it can. All right, they're going for the Frostlass, but they need Neo Upper. And I'm going to take a wild guess and say they don't have Neo Upper. And yeah, they're in some doo-doo right now. They're in some pee-pee doo-doo, man. This is hilarious. All right, let's get rid of the Phantom. I don't care. I'm not even going to pay attention anymore. Why do I have Poffin? Because I have so many damn snow. Yeah, I just told you it's Festival Lead Greninja. They got off to a terrible start. That's the problem with Festival Lead every single time is it just never works. All right, let's Air Balloon the Frostlass and then retreat. I guess I should put the Choice Band on the Phantom just to have it. And then, yeah, we'll go Insta Strike. I guess I hit the... I mean... I guess I just start hitting the other Grookey because as soon as they evolve, those Grookey are going to get melted by Frostlass. Right? Like, I don't need to knock out a Grookey when they're just going to get knocked out at any point if they evolve. I got the Lillie's top deck, by the way. And to be fair, it made like 6 appearances in the show. And it was during the season that nobody watched because everyone hated the art style. Okay, so I think they're going to go for Neo Upper. But there's not a whole lot they can do. Oh, they're attacking with Seeking. Oh, no. Oh, no. I feel so... Please, Lucaub, please just concede. Please, do not subject yourself to this. Please, I got another Frostlass, Lucaub. I'm not trying to do this to you, but it is funny. All right, I'm just gonna prolong this. I'm gonna see how far I can push them into insanity. I'm gonna see how far I can push Lucaub into insanity before they eventually just concede. Because this is funny. This is way too funny. Jagbomb, okay. Press 1 if Jagbomb should be timed out for that joke. Press 2 if Jagbomb actually made a funny. So press 1 if Jagbomb should be timed out for that Clamburglar level pun. Press 2 if they should be spared. Yeah, Jagbomb, the people have spoken, Jagbomb. I mean, you didn't get a single vote in your favor. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, even new viewers are saying to get rid of you. Even new players understand. And for every letter in the word surfering, that's how long you're getting timed out for. I'm sorry. You know, that's the people spoke. The people are like a bike wheel. They spoke. Huh? They get it? Get it? They spoke. Huh? You like that one? That was pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good. I bet you're all jealous of that one. All right, let's yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the Mega Frost last because I don't need to. Now you wish you could. You wish you could time me out. All right, let's go. I don't even care. I should be paying attention. I don't care. Wait, did they Mortys or something? Or did they Wallies? All right, well, you don't have another festival leader, so I guess I just start knocking out Grookey. And Lutob, thank you for following. I'm sorry, Lutob. I'm sorry. Please concede, Lutob. This is just too painful, Lutob. And Jagbomb, you voted one for yourself. I'm glad you see the errors of your ways. But Lutob, please end the suffering. Unless you have the daily quest that says you can't concede a game, please just end the suffering, Lutob. I can't. That deserves a pin. That is one of the greatest first-time messages I've ever seen. You know, Lutob, you're gonna go down in lore. You're gonna go down in Trust Your Pilot lore. Like, I literally have triple Frostlass. And you're just out here boom boom grooving. I've got triple Frostlass. I win next turn without even attacking. Lutob's like, I don't care. I don't care. You know, did Captain America give up when it was him against Thanos' entire army? No. Yeah, I'm like, they should attack the active, but I'm just gonna send up my Zacian and you can't do anything. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lutob. Yeah, I can do this all day. All right, well, I don't know if Lutob knows that I just win next turn. I could also, oh no, I can, oh, this is even funnier. This is even funnier. Is, I'm not even gonna take a knockout with the other Frostlass. We're gonna do this the fun way. Because I got you for 3 minutes of pain. I got you for 3 minutes. And I can do whatever I want. All right, so there we go. And, yep, switch into Mega Frostlass. Am I like 4-0 with this deck or something? Am I 4-0 with Philippe-zation without ever using Philippe? And GG Lutob. I mean, to be fair, you were just like a playable card away from doing really well in that game. But PTCGL decided, nah. And Barky, no, this is just this is a limitless list. You can just go on limitless. Like, that's the thing that people don't understand, is that we all get our lists from the exact same places. We just go to limitless, we click copy to clipboard, and then we pass them off as our own. We all get our lists from the exact same place. This is, no one comes up with original decks anymore. We all just go to limitless, hit copy to clipboard, and be like, I made this. It's like that I made this meme. So yes, I have officially I'm not making a YouTube video of this, so everyone should feel bad for me. Everyone should feel very bad for me that I don't have a playable hand. Yeah, I'm always a little disappointed when I go on stream and then I don't get a video out of it. Yeah, we got the Patrat, baby. Because you don't want your opponent to Munkidori around. And it's the third mascot. They use Golden Go. Is the scintillating surfing one still in standard? I think that one might still. Oh no, the all you can grab one. All you can grab. So that's Donald Trump's favorite attack. All right, so let's go Hop's Choice Ban. Let's go. Wait, do I just put nobody into play here? Do I just attach that and then go Oh, I guess I do want to have the Patrat down. So this way they can't do the thing. And then I'm going to go for the Duskull. Right? Because this forces them to evolve and maybe do something. Yeah, they chose Golden Go for the 3rd anniversary after Golden Go already rotated, but we still have Golden Go in standard, and they got it. All right, but this forces them to blow it up. That's the other funny thing, is they basically have to blow it up or give me a prize. And you want to see something, another funny thing I'm going to do? I'm going to put the Mist Energy on the Patrat, and then they can't hit it with damage counters. Isn't that funny? I mean, technically I should put it on the Fez, but it'll be funnier if I do it this way. Right? I know what the correct move is, but I also know what the funny move is, and the funny move is funnier. That's what you don't understand, is the funny move is funny. Huh? Yes, for all the new viewers who are here today, if you sub, you get access to this emote, which you can spam as much as you want tomorrow when Beedrill's on stream for NAIC. If you're not subscribed, you don't get that emote. So if you have Prime, you should probably Prime so you can use that emote. And don't forget, that is the actual move from Pokemon Stadium. So that is not against any rules they may have, because that is literally just a 1-to-1 copy of the Beedrill's attack animation from Stadium. And you can show them the GIF if you want. You know, actually, let me Beedrill, I'll put it back on screen. So if you want to clip this just to save it for when they needlessly time you out, yeah, just remember, this is approved by them. They're the ones who put this in a game. This is not some potty mouth potty talk. This is part of their game. This is part of their game. This is what they chose. Okay. Ooh, there's the bosses. That's hilarious. So I just knock out the Dracloak. So there you go. That's all you got to do. Just be like, hey. All right. So they did not take a knockout. So I'm just going to bosses the Dracloak. And then I have to post wick. The question is, do I bother putting the Mist Energy on the Patrat? Because then it does just kind of survive forever, right? If I put the Mist Energy on the Patrat, it just kind of survives forever. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll be funny, right? It'll be funnier if I do that, and then yeah, it doesn't matter what I do there. But again, not the smartest move, but it is funny to put a Mist Energy on a Patrat, so now they can't knock it out, and there's a secret box that I won't be able to play. But they are essentially giving me another free prize with Badoo. And yeah, they can't do any Munkidori shenanigans. Their Duskull are all done. I swear I'm like 5-0 with this deck. I swear just Zacian is absolutely beating people off left, right, and center in Master League around the 1500s. Like, call me Spider-Man because I'm a menace. All right, they still need Crispin. And they need to not prize, you know, all their energy. But of course, it's Dragapult. Even when they play 3 Fire, 3 Psychic, they'll still have everything. All right, well, this is fine, because I'm going to be able to use Secret Box. And then I can Secret Box for a bunch of stuff. And what do you think they're going to go for? Probably a Monkey, right? Oh, they're going for Fez. Okay, that's a terrible decision because I can put 30 damage on the Fez. But this is just hilarious. It's like you managed to get the perfect combo and you're taking 0 KOs right now. You're not taking a single KO because I am him. Yup. Isn't that amazing? So, I mean, Switch and Night Stretcher are both kind of equally important here. Ooh, Petrol is useless. Okay, good. So let's get rid of Postwick, and then I'll get rid of the Fez, because I don't want the Fez, and let's go for Postwick, Choice Band, Hop's Bag, and then I guess, what, Boss's Horse Duvra? Because then I can knock out the Shaman and put some damage on the Fez. So yeah, if I go for Bosses, that's funny, but no, I think it has to be Lily's. No, it has to be Lillie's just because I wanna be smart here. I want to be a fart smeller, right? So I want to be a slight fart smeller, right? Slightly fart smeller. So why did I get the Postwick? Don't ask me dumb questions, okay? Don't ask me questions I don't know the answers to. Alrighty, yeah, we're just gonna attach a medal to the Zacian. Don't worry about it. We're gonna insta-strike. They're probably gonna have bosses and do a bunch of things, but guess what? I got Trevenant. And Trevenant does a perfect 210, so I can't knock out the Dragon Ball. But, and also, oh, they don't see it. They don't see it. They don't see it. I gotta give them a thumbs up for that one. I got a Patrat with a mist energy on it. Your strategy is useless. I came prepared. See, I came prepared. This is the ultimate Dragapult BM here is a Patrat with a mist energy. It's undefeatable. There's no way you can destroy this rat. Because if you've never read Patrat, damage counters can't be moved. So it mostly stops Munkidori, but it also stops Cofagridius and the new Ninetales. But it's mostly just there for... Wait, they're retreating? This is amazing. They're actually retreating. Oh my goodness, they are retreating. Who retreats in this situation? It's quite a treat that they're retreating. I mean, you know what I have to do. Like, this is part of the rules. You know what I have to do. This is not, I don't make up these rules, okay? This is obviously what has to be done. I have no choice in the matter. I would like to do something different, but it's literally out of my feet right now. I have to do this. It was ordained like a minister. No, Zacian resists grass, so it does 0 damage. I was still item locked, though. Yes! Yes! There we go. And now they have to boss. And now they have to boss around me, which is even funnier. Yeah, because Zacian resist grass, it didn't do any damage. So, like, I know that was a really unnecessarily risky, dumb move. But if it worked, it was the greatest moment ever. And it worked. So again, this could have been a great YouTube video, but it's like 6 Dragapult decks in a row. Right? That's why the Cerule Edge game, subscribe to the VODs channel if you haven't. That's why the Cerule Edge game is just on the VODs channel, is because it was like 90% Dragapult. I'm not going to upload a video that is just me facing Dragapult. It doesn't matter if I win them all. You know, like, yes, watching me beat off Dragapult players is fun and everyone gets enjoyment out of it. But, like, come on. Come on. It's, I'm not gonna, I want some variety. So don't say I never did anything for you. Also, it's kind of crazy to say, but we're basically halfway through the Chaos Rising format. That is just so crazy with a new set every 2 months this year is, yeah, we're halfway through the Chaos Rising format. You know, it'll be done in, you know, we're already 50% of the way. 35 days out till Pitch Black. You know, pre-releases for Pitch Black start in 20 days. You know, no big deal. And there's the bosses. I'm surprised they didn't go for the Patrat though, right? You'd think they would have gone for the Patrat. Also, if I get Philippe off the Pokegear, this is gonna be the greatest game ever. Well, I'm putting it on the VODs channel. Right, that's good enough. VODs channel's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna Poké Pad for somebody out of the deck. I guess Snorlax, right? I guess I'll go for Snorlax. I guess they wanted to avoid a red card situation. Because they want to take a 5-prize turn. Okay, we Poké Pad for the Snorlax. Please give me the Philippe. This would be the greatest moment ever. Oh, we were so close. We were so close. All right, well, I just attached to the active and then Lillie's, because I can get, I mean, I'm probably just attacking with Cramorant here, to be honest. And then, yeah, there's the Trevenant. Boo, PTCGL, boo. All right, well then, actually, no, I can't attack with the Cramorant because they haven't done anything. I was going to say I have to attack with the Cramorant, but they haven't done anything this game. So let's go. Yeah, I just hit into that guy. And then they have to attack with a fresh Recloaked. They're going to take a pretty... Going to take 4 prizes. Cramorant is useless, but Trevenant is not. Trevenant is not useless. Trevenant is going to do the thing. Watch me still lose this game. Because I whacked off a little bit too hard. You know, sometimes whacking off too hard can come back to bite you. You know, that's why you should always stretch beforehand. Bosses. Yep, they sauced me up, everybody. And Incineroaring. Yeah, they got the... Wait, is that back-to-back bosses turns? That's a little unfair. Yeah, I didn't ever have Philippe. Can I top decking Philippe does nothing. So I do just kind of lose the... Actually, I don't lose the game if I flip heads on Phantom. Which is very funny. Because then they would need another bosses. But if I flip heads on Phantom, we win. So let's go up with the Snorlax. Oh, come on, PTC. Come on, PTCGL. Come on. I Pokegear. See, this is just so indicative, right? This is just so indicative of everything wrong with PTCGL flip heads. Oh my god, we won. As long as they don't have third bosses, as long as they don't go boss, boss, boss to end their last 3 turns, we will be fine. As long as it's not boss, boss, boss. And scenario, it's for new players, so they can associate it, because a new player is not going to know what the hell this is, or what any of these cards on my opponent's side are. They're going to know what a regular Dragapult looks like, which my opponent doesn't have. And also, it's just sort of a habit I've had since before they let you change the rarity of your deck when you import it. You know, it's just something I've been doing for forever. But it's also just so, like, you can know, like, oh, that's a Dragapult, because I can't afford... GG, baby! GG, baby! The Patrat was the MVP. The Patrat... Actually, they can retreat and... Oh, they got the watch... Oh, my God! You are kidding me. You are kidding me right now. They go boss, boss, and then Watchtower. Because I was having fun. Let that be a lesson to never have fun playing this game. Let that be a lesson. You are not allowed to have fun playing this game. I tried everything in my power to have fun, and PTCGL said no. You're not allowed. All right, so let's put a Trevenant in here just to have it. Trevenante, and then I'll cut a... I'll rip a fart. All right, so we'll we'll go for 1 less Hops bag. And there's no secret box, but that's fine. But I did nothing right that game. You know, I thought PTCGL was going to reward me, but it turns out they liked them more. That is so mean. To flip back-to-back heads on the thing, I have game no matter what, unless they retreat, but they didn't see that. And I have game no matter what, and then, nope, I got boss, boss, Watchtower. I got the 3 cards I needed to win. And then what the hell is this start? All right, well, they took 3 mulligans. Hey, they're playing the same thing, but better. Hey, they're playing the exact same thing as me, but better. Okay, so they're obviously gonna Phantom it up here. That's fine. Let's go Hops bag for Phantom, Zacian. I think I put my Postwick down, so they have a dead card in their hand. I think that makes a little bit of sense, and then we'll do that. I have Trevenant, I have Ultra Ball. I mean, I can make things happen. I'm not stoked about this hand, but I can make some things happen. You know, maybe I should have given them the Phantom or something just to knock it out. And Lil Frizz, I can't read what that says. You're going to have to embed in the emote so I can read what that says. And there's a splashing dodge for 40. Yeah, I assume they have Postwick in their hand. But this was just designed to, you know, try to trap them. No, Lil Frizz, I can't read. You're going to have to show me. Okay, so this is hilarious. I can use Brave Slash. But let's catch her first, see what that gets me. Goaded. We're knocking out that stupid Dreepy because that's not a thingy thing. And then we get rid of 2 energy. Go for Latias. Get the Latias. And then Philippe 2. Boom. Fully powered up Zacian. Easy as that. And then Insta Strike. And let's put it on the Phantom. So I'm doing 270 with Zacian. So if they have to put a Meowth down, if they have to put a Fez down, if they have to put anybody that's a multi-prizer into play, we are fine. And I also have bosses in order to bring up the Dracloak again to knock it out, but I don't even need to. So if they do retreat and use Splashing Dodge, I'm still in a great spot because I can... Never mind. Why do I talk? All right, well, I mean, I'm going to knock out the Shaman, right? So that's not a Hops Pokemon. I definitely boss. Actually, I can't even knock out the Shaman because the damn thing has 80 hit points, and I don't have a Choice Band or a Snorlax because I didn't prioritize the Snorlax. All right, well, if Kilometers isn't here, I'm not going to go until I win 12 games because only active viewers get that privilege. Damn it. All right, well, I'm going to try. For you, I'm going to try to win. Let's go. Hey, there's the Snorlax. Easiest dub in the world. Boss's orders the Shaman. Insta Strike. Doesn't matter where the damage goes. And then there, yeah, just do 270. Hey, Barky, that was always a possibility. And unfortunately, if they get a Shaman back and flip heads, I kind of don't have anything going on. I guess in that situation, I just, retreat into the Ursaluna? Because the Latias is already in range of a Trevenant. If I retreat into the Ursa... Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, I knew they were going to... I told you they were going to do it. I told you they were going to do it. Unless they have, like, Unfair Stamp here, which is probably what they're getting. Well, yeah, see, I knew if I knocked out the Shaman, they might go on autopilot and then forget that, oh, Shaman's not a Hops. There's a Choice Band. So, yeah, they made an oopsie. We've all been there. Again, it's like with Noctowl Terra deck. You just go on autopilot thinking, oh, I obviously have it like that, right? I always have it. Why do I need to check my deck? It's like, oh, right. That's why I need to check my deck. Yeah, I think they're checking and realizing, like, wait, I'm only doing 90 damage with Trevenant. That doesn't seem very good. I'm only doing 90 damage with Trevenant. All right, so we have one more game after this. I currently have a 200% win rate increase over my losses if I win this game. Did they rage quit? Don't tell me you rage quit. Okay, thank you. Thank you for conceding. There you go, Kilometers. You won the poll. You got all those channel points. You were the only person who believed. To be fair, I would have called you a crazy person if you believed in this deck. If you thought I was going to get 12 wins today with Krookodile and then Zacian Philippe, yeah. So I think I'll still stick with my original title of Philippe fixes Hop Zacian EX. And yeah, we'll go second. And that'll just be the title of the stream. Damn straight kilometers. Damn straight. And wow, this is a terrible starting hand. I guess it makes sense to just put the Psyduck out front so then I can attach the metal to the Psyduck, bench the Snorlax. Pokégear? Do I want to? I mean, I guess burn the Pokégear if anything. And Mark, that happens in your old age. Don't worry. You'll get used to it. Okay, so I resist grass, and I don't need energy to attack. So this seems like a favored matchup, and I'm going to get to 13 wins, which very rarely happens. Because in the last stream, I think I played 11 total games. And a shiny Black Phoenix is the new top clipper. What was the clip? What is the new top clip and why? Should I be concerned about what the new top clip is? Should there be some concern about what the top clip is? And then I'll put the choice band on the Snorlax just because I really would like to get Zacian choice band and do the thing. Oh, I am literally a tier 1 goat. I am the goatedest of goats. And yeah, I don't even know what I'm getting here. I don't even know what I'm getting. I got so much stuff I can do. I guess I get the Trevenant just in case they do the thing. But I would actually prefer to have the metal energy in the discard pile. Right? Because if I have the metal energy in the discard pile, that allows me to maybe Philippe later. And the top clip is the avatar glitch, which I will make a short of very soon. You know, I'm going to use these 3 days where I'm not streaming because NAIC, I decided, as much as I can convince myself that streaming during NAIC is fine, I'm not doing it. I need to catch up on videos. So I'll use this to post a couple videos. Okay, that's fine. And if I can just attach a metal to the Snorlax, that's really good. And then I'll be back on Monday. I'm leaning towards Delibird, but we'll see. All right, so Postwick. This is kind of unfortunate that I don't really have a playable hand. Ooh, okay, so there's bosses. I think I want the bosses because then I can bring up the Meganium or something. But this is kind of unfortunate because I don't have a play next turn. And Lil Frizz, thank you. I didn't even realize I was taking a knockout because I can't do math. I didn't even realize I was taking a knockout. And there you go, Mark. Yeah, it wasn't like the 30 celebration. Again, I think I was a little harsh. I harshed my buzz a little bit, but I think it's fine. All right, so let's get rid of Ultra Ball, that and that. Let's go for Latinas. Do you think they know that this is a knockout? Do you think they know that Snorlax is the goated hidden attacker in this deck? Do you think they know that Snorlax is actually insane as an attacker in this deck and no one ever realizes it until they're getting hit for 230 to the face? But the thing is that the Sylveon EX or the Espeon EX or whatever the hell it's called, out of context, me putting that on screen is hilarious. Out of context, that appearing on screen is awesome. But yeah, the Sylveon, it's a worse Terapagos, number 1, because Terapagos, oh no, this is the wrong one. It's the Espeon. Yeah, it's the Espeon. Hang on. Also, I'm 13 and whatever. It's the other one. It's Espeon. Yeah, Espeon. I always get them mixed up. But this is literally just Terapagos EX's attack, except Terapagos is a Terra that activates, yeah, especially right as I win. Terapagos is a Terra that activates Area 0 that has the exact same attack, but has access to Glass Trumpet and doesn't require Psychic Energy. Okay, this is a playable hand, kind of. But also, if you wanted to play Espeon, Explorer's Guidance Venture Bomb, is this like Archaludon or something? But if you want to play this, you have to play with Lotus Clefairy anyway. Well, Lotus Clefairy is just better. Lotus Clefairy is a better card than this because it's a basic. It can use Telepathic because Eevee can't. I got access to Wonders Patch easilier. You know, it's got Lily's Pearl. This is just not, in this day and age, in 2026, it's just not a good card. And then you look ahead to post-rotation, Clefairy's not rotating. Clefairy is a trainer's Pokemon, and that's the eye block. So Espeon is going to live on in a world with Clefairy, and it's like, we're never going to use you. Like, maybe in a Evolution box deck, if that ever becomes a thing. But this card is just so underpowered. Like, the Sylveon I'm excited for. Sylveon, yes, I will play this. I'm sure I'll win some games. It won't, I won't be stoked like a, ooh, okay, hang on, I gotta whack off real hard right now. Okay, so I need to go Hop's Bag. I need to thin out the deck as much as possible. I need to go for Snorlax, Phantom. I think I need to Ultra Ball away the special red card and the, not the Postwick. I'm sorry, buddy. There's another one in the deck, hopefully. Hopefully there's another one in the deck. If not, well, I don't think I've used you more than once this entire stream. All right, so Pokegear. We got the Lilies. Absolutely goated. And then I want to put Postwick down. I don't want to hit into the Duraludon because I can't knock it out. Actually, I guess I do. Yeah, and at worst, I have the thingy thing, so that seems fine. So if I get a Choice Band, I think this is just going to be Retreat and attack with the Phantom. Right, because now I can start building up a Zacian, and we got the Philippe, everybody. You discard a Philippe, and he shows right back up. And I wasn't even paying attention that I got the knockout there. All right, so wait, if I top deck, wait, if I Fez, wait, if I top deck Fez, oh my god, they're giving me a Prism Tower. That's even better. So even if they get an Archaludon, I can take the knockout next turn. I just need to basically go get Fez, play Hop's Bag, and I can one-shot an Archaludon. Oh wow, the fact that I got 0 energy off of that is kind of crazy. So even if they have an Archaludon, they can't attack. Oh, that's painful. That is painful. Oh my goodness, I just got it. But I think I'll just go for, yeah, Cramorant, Zacian. That is hilarious. And then let's go. Yeah, let's Prism Tower. Let's see if I get a Choice Band. That'd be hilarious if I just got a naked Choice Band. Ah, boo. Boo. Boo earns. All right, 1, 2. And then Pokegear for Naveen, which is fine. And then I go for Postwick. And I mean, I guess I just Splashing Dodge, right? And Goliath. I mean, look at my win-loss rate. Can you believe this win-loss rate with that in a stream that started with Krookodile? But this is supposed to be a Zacian Philippe stream, and I never use Philippe. You know, this is why I didn't go into today's stream just hard leaning on Philippe and Zacian and everything, because Philippe is not a very good card. It improves some decks at some times, but you can't build a deck around this card. Like, yes, the dream is 330 damage with Zacian for 3 metal and all that, but you don't need to do that. You know, Trevenant has already shown that it's really good. Okay, I was not expecting this. I was definitely not expecting the Archaludon play for prevent the damage from basics. So now I have to go Phantom it up here every single time. This is kind of crazy. The Phantom, my win condition just went to the discard pile. So I have to go for Zacian. And then I have to Insta-Strike. Let's go, yeah, Night Stretcher for Phantom. So this is my win condition. If I don't win, it's going to be, oh, crap. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is great. I'm going to Naveen away the switch. We're going to get a Choice Band. Okay, actually, that's even funnier. that is kind of funnier. And then I'll attach to the Snorlax. Let's go Unfair Stamp. Because we're getting a Choice Band. Yeah, see, I told you we're getting a Choice Band. We got the Choice Band. I should probably just hold on to everything and then... Insta Strike. I'll put a little bit of damage on this guy. So if you've never seen this Archaludon, it is immune to damage from basics, which means Trevenant is my only chancey of winning this game, which is fine. I just need to find the Trevenant. And there's Coded Attack. More like Goated Attack, am I right? All right, so I'll put the Choice Band on the Phantom, and then just Naveen away the entire hand because I don't need anything. And then if I can play with my balls, we win. And I can play with my balls. How fantastic. Call me Reed Richards because that is fantastic. All right, let's get rid of the... I should probably keep the Night Stretcher just in case they whip up another one. And then, yeah, retreat, Trevenant. See, the Japanese player who built this didn't have Trevenant in it. I looked at all the Hopzation Philippe lists. A lot of them didn't have Trevenant. If I didn't put Trevenant in the deck, we would have lost this game. Just goes to show you that I am the smartest Philippe-zation player in the world. And I think everyone should comment that in the chat right now is, you are the smart... What the hell? You are the smartest Hopzation Philippe player in the world. Only a god, yes, a god such as yourself could do this well in a 3-hour stream that started with Krookodile. You are the GOAT. I am going to give you my Prime sub every year, every month, every day for the rest of my life because, Pilot, I need you to know this. You are him. So yeah, if everyone could just type that out, that'd be great. And also, I got to live the dream. I got to live the dream here. And we got to Brave Slash. Well, it's only for 300 because they bought my stupid Postwick every single time. Hey, if you cared about me, you'd do it. If you cared about me, you would clip it, you'd listen to it back, and you do it all the time. And Goliath, what does it do? It gets you lots of losses. What does Krookodile do? It gets you a ton of losses and makes you rethink what you should do with your reality. You know, it's like Thanos using the Reality Stone. That's what it does. Did I even get a Krookodile image? Yeah, I did. Okay. Like, in the back of your mind, you can rationalize it. Yeah, there we go, Mark. That deserves a pin. You can rationalize it in the sense that, oh, hey, you put a Binding Mochi on this. It can one-shot a freaking Dragapult. So why can't that be playable, right? If you can one-shot a Dragapult, how's that not playable? And it's like, well, it isn't. It isn't playable because it isn't. All right, let's, wait, do I just have an attack with the Cramorant? And there we go. That's fine. And Gonzo, I'll put it, oh, wait, did I forget to put all the lists in? No, I put the Ceruledge list in there. I was like, did I forget to put the Ceruledge list in the video? But no, I will put the list in the description of the VOD video on the VOD's channel. I'll probably upload this tomorrow or the next day, just whenever I remember, because there will be none of these games on the main channel, so you have to subscribe to the VOD's channel to get it. And I'll put all the deck lists, even the Krookodile ones in there. Oh, God. Freaking Krookodile. Well, there's about 6 different lists of this archetype. And it's kind of funny because they have to knock out my Hopzation in the back. But number one, they can't do that unless they have Relicanth bosses. But if they do that, I still have access to a potential Snorlax KO on the Archaludon. And it's so funny to me that my VOD's channel is making more than my gaming channel, which I spent so much time on trying to build up the gaming channel. Some of those videos, sucked my butt. Some of those videos that you see on the gaming channel literally took 100 hours to make. Between, you know, recording, editing, all that, writing. Some of them took 100 hours to make. And even then, it's going to get demonetized because no one's paying attention to it. It'd be funny if it wasn't so sad. And Goliath, exactly. Exactly, Goliath. Also, did they not see what I did to them last time? Did they just want to get beaten off hard again? RK Toasty? 14 wins today, RK Toasty. 14 wins. I didn't lose a single game with Zacian, did I? And Mark, yeah, it's dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's dead. But I didn't lose a single game with Zacian, I don't think. Or maybe I lost like one. But I'm the #1 Hop Zacian Philippe player in the world. And yeah, I'll upload this to the VODs channel with all the deck lists and everything. Just 1 2 a poll. There you go. So enjoy NAIC. I think you have to watch for an hour. So if you watch NAIC for an hour, you get the Mega Blastoise cosmetics. And the cool thing is, you can't play a Mega Blastoise deck in PTCGL because there's no Mega Blastoise in Standard and there's no Mega Blastoise in Expanded because PTCGL doesn't do Expanded because that would make too much sense. Enjoy Tricky Jim stream.